On the Rogues Streaming Network, this is Medford Rogues Baseball.
Full swing and a miss, the throw over to second base, and the tag is going to be in time. It's a double play. Strike him out, throw him out. That's hit well. Deep shot, deep right field. That ball is a definite no-doubter.
Rogues Baseball is on the air.
Base running wins games, in my opinion. My philosophy is to create chaos on the base paths.
Rogue Valley, are you ready? Let's send it out to the ballpark. Here is the voice of your Rogues, Brian Welch. It is a picture-perfect Saturday evening in the Rogue Valley. It's Game 2 of 4 between the Solano Mudcats and the Medford Rogues. Hi, everybody. My name is Brian Welch of the Rogue Streaming Network. Happy to have you aboard wherever you may be tuning in. And welcome to the Awesome Pool Guy On Deck Show. Does your pool or hot tub need repairs? Call the Awesome Pool Guy, CCB 255-795. Medford 11-4 overall in this 2026 campaign and 0-1 in Pacific Empire League action. Rogues are on a 3-game losing streak, trying to snap that tonight, and they did drop game 1 yesterday, falling to the Mudcats 12-6. It was a tough first inning for the Rogues defensively. It was the Mudcats who put up a 7th spot in that first inning. It was 7 runs on 5 hits, and it was a leadoff walk and a hit by a pitch and an RBI single and a 3-run triple from Max Garcia. Got the offense moving for the Mudcats, and as they say, and they never look back on that one last night. There was some brightness in that game for the Rogues. A couple of runs came across in the game, especially during that 3rd inning as well in the 5th and the 6th inning. But Solano had 2 big home runs. Zach Goldenberg made it look easy. Had a huge home run in the 4th inning and homered in the 7th. And he is in the lineup tonight. He is the cleanup hitter for the Solano Mudcats. The question is, if you're the Rogues, how do you pitch to him? It'll be interesting to see how that will happen this evening. Medford had opportunities to get had runners in scoring position, but could not capitalize. And we talked a little bit about this in the last couple of that inning yesterday. In the first 3 innings, before the first 2 runs came across the plate, there was 3 base runners on for the Rogues in the 1st, the 2nd, and in the 3rd, so 1 in each inning. Rogues got a couple of huge RBI singles from Larson Custer and Chris Ortiz, but the Rogues offense struggled. The pitching staff struggled even more. It was Forrest Zelmer who got the start, 4 innings on the hill, gave up 8 hits, 9 runs, walked 2 batters, but struck out 1. But more importantly, Solano right out of the gate found a way to capitalize offensively, and they capitalized, and they took game 1 of this 4-game set, 12-6 the final against the Medford Rogues. But today is a new day in the Rogue Valley. Game 2 of this 4-game set. Let's take a look at the opposition. It is the Solano Mudcats, 8-1 overall in this 2026 campaign, 3-0 in Pacific Empire League action. We talked about it. They jumped out to that 7-0 lead, and they found a way to win the freebie war. Head coach Kevin Olmstead touched on that in our one-on-one conversation yesterday. He talked about that we have to find a way to limit the free bases, especially with hit by pitches, and more importantly, not issuing walks. Rogues struggled with that as well last night, but more importantly, got to find a way to slow down the Solano Mudcats offense. Mudcats red hot, 3-0 in 2026 in Pacific Empire League action. Take a look at the standings and the out-of-town scoreboard right now. That is brought to you by Kramer Cabinets. Solano's 3-0. They're atop the PEL with a record. They are undefeated. Lincoln and Healdsburg tied for 2nd place with a record of 2-1. West Coast Kings are 3-2. Humboldt is 1-2. Marysville 1-5. And the Medford Rogues in the basement, they are 0-1. Out-of-town scoreboard currently, the West Coast Kings tangling with the Healdsburg Prune Packers in the top half of inning number 1 from the Recreation Park in Wine Country in the Napa Valley. Stockton taking on Humboldt, game 2 of a 3-game set. That's about to begin as well. And the Marysville Giants locking horns with the Lincoln Potters. It's going to be interesting to see what the Giants have in store against the Potters. Once again, welcome to the Awesome Pool Guy On Deck show. I was able to sit down with our Rogues Player Spotlight today. Get to hear from Oregon's own Nolan Donovan, guy who grew up in the Dalles of Oregon, just on the eastern side of the state, on just near Interstate 84. Plus, we go one-on-one, not with head coach Kevin Olmstead, but we go one-on-one with the skipper for Solano, Kyle Stanford. Those 2 conversations are coming up right after the break. It is a Chamber of Commerce evening in the Rogue Valley. Glacier blue skies overhead. And, of course, our good friend, the wind blowing into the ballpark, specifically blowing into left field. Game 2 of a 4-game set. Medford looking to get their first win in league play, but also trying to get themselves back into the win column once again. They are currently on a 3-game losing streak. Those two conversations with Nolan Donovan and the skipper of Solano, Kyle Stafford, coming up right after this. First pitch at 6:35 p.m. It's Solano, it's Medford. A beautiful evening for baseball. Keep it here on the Rogue Streaming Network. Rogue Green CN Medford Airport is a proud supporter of Medford Rogues baseball. It's the best place to recharge your batteries in Medford. Enjoy the indoor pool and spa. Don't forget about the workout room as well. Big event or small, their banquet hall has you covered. Plus, Rogue Green CN Medford Airport is pet friendly as well. Book a stay at Rogue Green CN Medford Airport at roguegreencn.com. Your perfect place in Southern Oregon to eat, play, and stay. Looking for a place that actually feels like home? Check out Oak Ridge Estates in Phoenix, Oregon. This manufactured home community is selling brand new 3- and 4-bedroom homes with everything ready for you. A full kitchen appliance package, private carports, extra storage, and fresh landscaping all included. It is a whole vibe, pet-friendly, all ages, and packed with perks like a saltwater pool, hot tub, fitness center, playground, and clubhouse. Stop by 300 Lumen Road or call 541-535-6227 to book your tour today. Discover your place to call home at Oak Ridge Estates. Welcome back to the Awesome Pool Guy on Deck show. It's time to get rowdy. This is our Rogues Player Spotlight, and our guest today is Mr. Nolan Donovan. Nolan, how are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing well, my friend. First year in the Rogue Valley. How have you liked it so far?
I've loved it, yeah. This is the first time I've ever really spent time down here, and it's been awesome. I have an awesome host family, and I'm just kind of settling in and really enjoying it.
Well, you are an Oregonian. You grew up in the Dalles, Oregon. Can you explain where the Dalles, Oregon is?
Yeah, it's on the exact opposite side of the state. It's 5.5 hours north. Just a little small town up there on the Columbia River.
And we were talking about this before we hit the record button, that probably one of my scariest times driving was through the Dalles, especially how violent the wind gets. The wind gets pretty violent there, the Dalles.
Yeah, the wind blows hard like pretty much all year round, but especially in the summertime it seems to really pick up.
So I bet you have some good stories about playing baseball in the Dalles and the wind being included in that story.
Yeah, so the wind at my home field normally blew out to left field. I'm a left-handed hitter, so any balls that I hit hard felt like they kind of blew over to center, and then our righties would just kind of pop balls up and they'd blow over the fence to left field. So.
And this is your first year in the Rogue Valley, and you were at Lane Community College. You're currently in the transfer portal. What did you learn about yourself while playing for Lane Community College?
Yeah, Lane was awesome. If I were to go back, I'd do it 100 times over again. Just kind of learned like what I wanted to look for at the four-year level, and really learn myself, learn what I wanted to be, wanted to do, and yeah.
And your teammates are here enjoying this interview. But more importantly, first year in the Rogue Valley, you talked about your host family. Have we gone golfing? Have we gone fishing?
I went golfing for the first time in my life. I never really did it, but we played a little two-man scramble. I wasn't great, but I did all right. It was really fun. I'll get into it soon. So
we're going to pick up the clubs when we go back up north?
Maybe. We don't have very many golf course options, but my papa's big into it, so I might.
So we're swinging the clubs left-handed or right-handed?
Left-handed, yeah, left-handed.
Does that help you a lot better when you're a left-handed batter?
Yeah, I love hitting left-handed. I feel like it's a big advantage. I mean, obviously you're closer to first base and all that, but you know, a lot of times like runner on second base, like you can roll over and do a job with less than 2 outs and get a guy over to third base. So I feel like that's a big advantage of being left-handed.
We talked about a couple of the stories about the wind blowing in Dalles, Oregon, but also what was baseball like in that small town?
Yeah, baseball is a huge part of the community. Growing up, I was fortunate enough to have my dad and my uncle run the varsity program in the Dalles, so I was around it a lot, and they also ran the Legion team. So I was around baseball a lot growing up, and I'd say it's a baseball community. We won a lot of state championships in the 90s and early 2000s, and I think we're either like first or second in the state of Oregon for most state titles. So the Dalles loves baseball, and it's they're always big into us, and community comes out to support us really well.
And speaking of the American Legion side of it, what did you like about playing American Legion baseball?
Yeah, American Legion was great. it was just like kind of got to play with the guys you grew up with in the Dallas smaller community and grow that brotherhood and that bond. And we got to play some good competition. We're a 4A, but in Legion, we played some great teams and we got a lot better, and it helped us in the high school season for sure.
And you're playing for the Rogues for the first time. What stands out about the Rogues being able to play in a very good league in the PEL?
Yeah, no, the Rogues is awesome. It's like the community has really shown out early in the season. It's been great. We got great fans, a great stadium. I love that I made the right choice to come down here this summer, and I'm really enjoying it so far.
How did you become a Rogue?
Kevin texted me, I'd say early September. Like I joke with like some of the guys here. Like I just showed up for my sophomore fall, and Kevin's already trying to figure out the summer, and I'm like, I just finished summer ball a couple weeks ago. But you know, he's great. He's trying to bring in the right guys, and he's done that, and he's just really trying to create something special here and bring home a championship to Medford, and that's what we're about.
And it is before the game. Are you going to go to the gas station? If you do go to the gas station, what's that one thing you're getting?
Ooh, I'm still trying to figure out what the go-to gas station pregame snack is, but I've been going to Chipotle a lot, and it's only like $9 to get a good bowl there, and the gas station's kind of overpriced, so that's kind of been my go-to lately.
So what are we getting with Chipotle?
Just like a regular chicken bowl, brown rice, black beans, and I started getting a vinaigrette. Great sauce. It makes it way better.
Making me hungry, my friend. You want to give a shout out to anybody?
Shout out my mom. She's probably listening to this, and go Rogues.
Not your sister?
And my little sister, of course. She's killing it.
Well, that's good to hear, my friend. Nolan, thank you so much for hopping on the Awesome Pool Guy on Deck show. Good luck out there tonight, and have a great rest of the summer.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
That is our Rogues Player Spotlight. Nolan Donovan joining us on the Awesome Pool Guy on Deck show. When we come right back after this, we go one-on-one with the Solano skipper, Kyle Stafford. Game 2 of 4 between the Solano Mudcats and the Medford Rogues coming up at 6:35 p.m. Keep it here on the Rogue Streaming Network. Rhoden CN Medford Airport is a proud supporter of Medford Rogues baseball. It's the best place to recharge your batteries in Medford. Enjoy the indoor pool and spa. Don't forget about the workout room as well. Big event or small, their banquet hall has you covered. Plus, Rhoden CN Medford Airport is pet friendly as well. Book a stay at Rhoden CN Medford Airport at RhodenCN.com. Your perfect place in Southern Oregon to eat, play, and stay. We're getting closer to first pitch between Solano and Medford. Game 2 this 4-game set. We usually hear from head coach Kevin Olmstead when we head over to the first base dugout and we go one-on-one with head coach Kyle Stafford out of the Solano Mudcats organization. Coach, how are you? Happy Saturday.
I'm good. I haven't enjoyed our night last night, and we're happy to be back at the yard tonight.
There's always something special about a fireworks game at Harry and David Field. We know it from the home side, but from the visitor's perspective, how cool was it last night to be a part of the fireworks game?
It's awesome. We usually get one or two a summer. Humboldt, we go there for 4th of July, so we usually see one. But seeing a fireworks show last night was cool. It's kind of what the summer is all about, guys getting experiences that they don't always get to. So it was cool to sit down and watch that with the team.
And more importantly, there was a lot of fireworks on the field. 2 runs, 2 homers from Zach Goldenberg. And we were talking about this before we hit the recorded button about how important those home runs were for your squad. And hey, he's hot right now.
Yeah, he's been swinging it really well all summer so far. He's a returner. He swung it well last summer, so I kind of knew it. I was getting in him, but he's swinging it he's really hot right now. So we're just keep rolling with him and hope he keeps swinging it well this weekend.
This is the 3rd year of the Pacific Empire League, and it feels like every year the competitiveness keeps getting better and better. You've played a couple of games already in league play. What have you noticed about how the competition has been so far in the PEL?
The competition's always good in the PEL, in my opinion. We came over from the CCL, and I still stacked the PEL right up against the CCL, and we took 2 or 3 of the better teams from the CCL. So I think West Coast-wise, this is about as competitive as a league as you're going to find.
You had 2 games against Marysville. You played 1 game at Solano College. You played 1 game at Bryant Field. That's one of the newest venues in the league. From that perspective, as a visitor, what did you like about what Bryant Field brings to the table?
It was an awesome playing surface. They have the Pioneer League team there, so they were taking really good care of the field. So the surface was really nice. The stadium was cool. It was a weeknight, so they didn't have as big of a crowd as maybe they might on a weekend game or something like that. But the environment was still cool, and the surface was really nice.
And more importantly, we talked about your team a little bit when I was talking to you before your batting practice. Talked about the group of returners back and a good group of returners. How critical is that to have a great group of returners back for another year in summer ball?
It's pretty important because everything gets put together really quickly. You usually only get 1 or 2 days of getting together, practice or what otherwise before the summer starts. So having those group of returners to kind of integrate all the new guys and get them on the same page and kind of know what to expect. And we had some guys that friends of friends that hey coach, I got a buddy that wants to play. So that's always cool to hear that they want their friends to come play with us. And so it just gets everything rolling in the right direction from the start because the guys know what to expect and kind of can lead by example with the new guys.
And you are playing well in the early part of league play in 2026. You're 3-0, and I bet everybody in the organization is pretty happy about the start to league play.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good start. There's a long way to go. We're not going to get too high right now. I know everybody's competitive, so we got a long way to go, and kind of it's good to just see what everyone has early on and kind of gauge where we're at. But, I mean, yeah, we're happy with the start, but we're definitely not satisfied.
And we talked about the team and also we talked about the environment. But you guys have been coming up to the Rogue Valley for the last couple of seasons, ever since the Rogues and the Mudcats became members of the Pacific Empire League. What stands out about the environment at Harry and David Field from the rest of the league?
It's a good environment. Fans get a little rambunctious, which we like. They bring the energy. It's similar to Humboldt, in my opinion. Like, they get a good crowd. It gets a little rowdy, and we like that. It brings energy. And, yeah, I mean, it's fun. There's always in-game entertainment going, which is cool to watch. And it gives us kind of something to take a look at, too, because we're always trying to improve our product at our home park. So it's cool to see some of the things you guys do.
You took game 1 yesterday. You have game 2 tonight. What do you want to see from your squad?
Number 1, keep swinging it like we have been swinging it. Number 2, take care of the baseball. We made a few defensive miscues last night that didn't come back to all the way bite us, but it got close. It got a little hairy there for a second. So taking care of the baseball and just making the routine play.
Coach, always a pleasure, my friend. Good luck out there, and we'll see you down in Solano in July.
Sounds good. Thanks for having me.
That is the Solano skipper, Kyle Stafford, joining us on the Awesome Pool Guy on Deck show. When we come right back after this, lineups and first pitch, game 2 of 4 between Solano and Medford at 6:35 p.m. Keep it locked in on the Rogue Streaming Network. Looking to buy or sell in the Rogue Valley? David Case of Windermere Realty has you covered. Windermere Realty has been serving the Rogue Valley for over 30 years. David, a proud husband and father, has been a broker in the Rogue Valley for almost a decade. From residential and rural to commercial, David can handle it all. Contact David Case if you're looking to buy or sell at 541-944-9330. Windermere Realty and David Case, proud supporters of Medford Rogues Baseball.
Discover the Life Plan community in the heart of the Rogue Valley. Here, your days are filled with opportunities to express yourself, engage your mind and body, and share your life with great new friends. You can connect, grow, and thrive. Our hilltop location is near world-class vineyards, the Oregon Shakespeare Festival, and the Brit Music and Arts Festival. Rogue Valley Manor, Southern Oregon's premier Life Plan community.
It is Little League night in the Rogue Valley. Game 2 of 4 between the Solano Mudcats and the Medford Rogues. Hi, everybody. My name is Brian Welch of the Rogue Streaming Network. Happy to have you aboard wherever you may be tuning in. Lineup cards being exchanged by acting head coach Nick Berger and head coach Kyle Stafford. Great conversation with Coach Stafford during the Awesome Pool Guy on Deck show. Do not worry. Head coach Kevin Olmstead will be back tomorrow. Head coach Kevin Olmstead is at a wedding, so acting head coach is Nick Berger. I forgot to talk about in the Awesome Pool Guy on Deck show the starting pitchers for tonight's game. Going for the Rogues, it is Evan Rhoden, who works of a 3-pitch mix, works the fastball, changeup, and the sweeper. Rhoden this season, 2 games, 1 start, 6 innings on the hill so far this season, 3 hits, no runs, no walks, 1 strikeout, and has hit 2 batters so far, 1 win, no losses, and 1 save to his credit in 2026, and has an ERA of 0. And facing Evan Rhoden tonight, it's Carson Thompson. Carson Thompson, the young man, the southpaw, 6'1", 175 from Butte College. The Roadrunner gets ready to go off, gets ready to face the Rogues lineup in that home half inning number 1. Thompson so far this season, ERA 3.18. 1 win, no losses, 2 appearances, and a 1 start so far in 2026. So a couple of similarities already. Even before first pitch, these 2 starting pitchers getting their second start of 2026. And it's going to be a lot of fun this evening. A little bit behind schedule. The umpires arriving late to the field, but more importantly, the starting lineups are going to be introduced right now. But what a perfect day for baseball in the Rogue Valley. Glacier blue skies overhead, not a cloud in sight. And it is game 2 of this 4-game set. If you were not able to join us yesterday, it was a fun one. If you are a Solano Mudcats fan, a 12-6 victory for the Solano Mudcats, and they are perfect in Pacific Empire League action. And talking with Coach Stafford during the one-on-one conversation, the Awesome Pool Guy on Deck show, he said, it's too early. We're not going to get too excited. Hey, there's still a lot of league to play, and more importantly, on the other side, there's still a lot of league to play for the Rogues. Rogues this week struggling with the pitching staff. And talking with pitching coach and acting head coach Nick Berger, he's talking about we got to command the zone and we got to throw that fastball. Rogues have to have that command and that fastball tonight, try to get an opportunity to get this one across the finish line and snap a 3-game losing streak. The Rogues last year on a 10-game losing streak the middle part of July. Rogues trying not to start off league play on a sour note. Rogues in their black jerseys with the green trim with the white pants, introducing themselves right now. And Larson Custer is walking out. More importantly, all the Little Leaguers are out here tonight wearing their jerseys. The coaches are out here as well. Rowdy and our social media intern Bella Driscoll and I, we were out at Central Point earlier today, having Rowdy out and about and being able to interact with the fans for the Central Point Little League tournament. And that was a lot of fun. And being in a part of Central Point I've never been. Central Point, if you do not know where it is around like 15 minutes away from the ballpark. It's one of the suburbs of Medford. Beautiful city. And also the Rogues will be in that 4th of July parade in the next couple of weeks. But the matter at hand, Medford trying to snap a 3-game losing streak. And it is going to be interesting to see what's going to happen tonight. But getting back to the starting pitchers, so it's Thompson for the Mudcats and Evan Rhoden for the Rogues. Carson Thompson works with a 3-pitch mix, fastball, curveball, and the changeup. And more importantly, this Rogue squad going to try to find a way to limit the damage. And yesterday's game was very similar to what we saw on Wednesday evening. If you weren't able to join us on Wednesday, it was actually the California Tigers who put up a 4-spot in that inning, giving the Rogues a reality check. And now the Rogues on a 3-game losing streak, trying to snap that tonight. Let's send it down to Greg Roberts for the play into the national anthem.
Remove your caps and join us for the national anthem presented by Rockwell Real Estate. Performing tonight's national anthem is Julie and Steve Harris and Eva and Gabe Jolly.
By the dawn's early light, what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched,
And we are ready to go in the Rogue Valley. Game 2 of 4 between the Solano Mudcats and the Medford Rogues. Let's send it down to Jake Martin, our on-field host, with the 2 most important words in baseball. And let's see listen to this.
2 most important words in baseball.
And we're underway on this beautiful Saturday evening. Little League night at the ballparks. Give you that starting lineup for the Solano Mudcats, led by head coach Kyle Stafford. Mudcats 8-1 so far in 2026, 3-0 in Pacific Empire League action. Batting lead off is the second baseman Ben Kennedy. In the 2 spot is the shortstop Brandon Stone. The 3-hole hitter is the third baseman Dante Kate. Cleanup man is the DH man at Zach Goldenberg. Zach Goldenberg yesterday, he went yard not once but twice. Watch out for him in the cleanup spot. The 5 hitter is the right fielder Derek Beltran. And the 6-hole is the catcher Gilbert Roth. The 7 hitter is the left fielder Rafael Hall. The first baseman is Christian Rambo. He is in the 8 spot. And the center fielder is Joseph Torres. He is batting 9th. So it's Kennedy, Stone, Kate, Goldenberg, Beltran, Roth, Hall, Rambo, and Torres. Solano 8-1 in this 2026 campaign, 3-0 in Pacific Empire League standings. More importantly, if Solano wins tonight, they are in the driver's seat in the early part of league action. Evan Rhoden gets his warm-up tosses in right now as we speak. 6'1", 210 out of Lassen College, the Central Point, Oregon native. Guy that is a hometown hero. Gets ready to go to work. Getting his warm-up tosses in right now as we speak. Calling the balls and strikes tonight is Andrew Herbold. He's behind the dish. At first base is Greg Jaquette. At third base is Joe Whitley. It's 325 down the lines in left and right field. Straight away it's 400. In the power alleys it's 407. And the Rogues right now looking for a clean and mistake-free first inning. It has been a struggle so far this week. Rogues facing their first real adversity in 2026. And more importantly, the Rogues going to try to snap a 3-game losing streak. Happy to have you aboard wherever you may be tuning in on the Rogue Streaming Network. We'll be here tomorrow for a doubleheader, but tonight it's going to be a lot of fun. Evan Rhoden ready to battle this Solano Mudcats squad. The Mudcats rocking their red jerseys, blue numbered with the white outline, gray pants for this game 2, this 4-game set. And Evan Rhoden, the righty, sets up on that first base side of the rubber. We're about ready for liftoff for Little League night at the ballpark. A lot of Little Leaguers are in attendance tonight. It's going to be a blast. And with a lot of Little League kids in the stands, it's going to be a very loud environment. So pull up your favorite chair. Medford Rogues baseball is on the air. And Ben Kennedy gets ready to go to work. The righty, the table setter for the Solano Mudcats. Game 2 of 4 about to commence. In the first pitch home. First pitch swinging, hits it in the air. Left center field going back is Jonathan Walsh. And he can't make the play. That's going to bounce all the way to the wall in left center. And Ben Kennedy leads off the game with a double to start off the Saturday evening. And we are underway at 6:43 p.m. in the Rogue Valley. Glacier blue skies overhead. A little bit of wind blowing into the ballpark. And a base runner on already for the Solano Mudcats. 1 on, nobody out. Here's a shortstop, Brandon Stone. Just getting underway in the row to first. Game 2 of 4 between the Mudcats and the Rogues. Evan Rhoden sets up on that first base side of the rubber. Jackson Rosenthal, the first baseman, playing on the grass. Infield starting to shade to the left. First offering from Evan Rhoden. First pitch, fastball misses outside, ball 1. Brandon Stone at the dish. Freshman from Washington State, high school senior, who'll be playing on the Palouse in the fall. Ball and no strikes, and the pitch. 1-0, misses inside at 2 balls, no strikes. This is a Solano squad that is very hungry. Stone, a .333 hitter so far in 2026. Stone has 3 RBIs so far this season. 2-0 pitch, leans out of the way of that one, ball 3. And the thing is that's been the sticky point so far this week for starting pitching for the Rogues, has been not throwing strikes. And Evan Rhoden finds himself behind 3 balls and no strikes already in this inning. 3-0. Sweeper clips that inside corner, strike 1 to keep the at-bat going. Brandon Stone at the dish. Dante Kate waits on deck for the Mudcats. 3 balls and a strike. Rhoden glances at second base, looks at Ben Kennedy, glances again, and fires the 3-1. 3-1 hits it in the air. Towering shot left field. Jonathan Walsh getting chase. And it lands in the Rogues bullpen. And the count fills. And think about the start for Evan Rhoden. Was behind 3-0. Gets a strike and a foul ball. And works the count full. Brandon Stone and Evan Rhoden duking it out already in the early going in this one. Rhoden glances at second base and the 3-2. That's inside ball 4. And Brandon Stone takes first. So a double off the bat of Kennedy and a walk from Stone puts 2 on, nobody out. We are in the road first, just getting underway on this Saturday evening in the Rogue Valley. Dante Kate gets ready to go to work for his first trip. 2 on, nobody out. RBI opportunity already for Solano. Solano wasting no time in yesterday's series opener with a 7 spot in the first frame. Jackson Rosenthal on the grass on that first base side. First pitch. Sweeper clips that top third, strike 1. Kate, the junior from Bradley, the Brave at the dish. A right-handed batter for the Solano squad. The Mudcats wasting no time. Strike 1 offering. Good sweeper clips that top third, and quickly in the hole, no balls and 2. No balls and 2 strikes is Dante Kate. Zach Goldenberg waits on deck for the Mudcats. Evan Rhoden trying to record that first out. Rhoden sets up on that first base side of the rubber. Glances at second base, that's Kennedy. 0-2. Fastball, lifted foul, screams over our heads. We'll do it again. Just a perfect evening for baseball in the Rogue Valley. 79 degrees. Chamber of Commerce weather on this Saturday evening. Rhoden ahead, no balls and 2 strikes. Kennedy at second base, Stone at first. 0-2 home from the righty. 0-2, hits it in the air, center field, tracking it down as well. Sahar can't make the play, escapes past him, rounding third, racing towards home is Kennedy, and he scores standing up, and another run's going to score. Stone's going to get the wave home, and he scores standing up. It's a 2-run triple for Dante Kate. Very similar to what the start was yesterday. It's already a 2-0 lead for the Solano Mudcats, and the Mudcats wasting no time in the road first.
Now batting the designated hitter, number 18, Zach Goldenberg.
So a double from Kennedy, a walk from Stone, a 2-run triple from Kate. Brings in the DH man, Zach Goldenberg. We talked about him a little bit in the Awesome Pool Guy on Deck show, a guy who hit the ball well yesterday. Loving the deep dimensions of Harry and David Field. Going yard at twice in that 12-6 Game 1 victory. Rhoden delivers the first pitch. Fastball, swing and a miss, strike 1. Goldenberg last night singled in the first. 2-run homer in the 4th. Homered in the 7th. Rhoden shakes off the sign from his battery mate, Chris Ortiz. Sets up on the first base side, and the strike 1 pitch. Fastball lasers in on the outside corner, strike 2. So after that home run performance by Zach Goldenberg, Goldenberg is at .483 this season. Kate at third base. Playing off the bag at third is Blake. 0-2, swing and a miss, strike 3, good curveball. And Zach Goldenberg is down on strikes, and that's how the first out is recorded this evening. Good confidence booster for Evan Rhoden. 1 on, 1 out. We are on the road to first. Give you that starting defense backing up the starter, Evan Rhoden, around the horn from third to first for the Rogues. It's Blake, Neugebauer, Berman, and Rosenthal. In the outfield from left to right, it's Walsh, Salohar, and Saito. Chris Ortiz catching today for the Rogues. So it's the battery of Ortiz and Evan Rhoden. Here's the 5-hitter, Derek Bartram. It's a 2-0 lead for Solano. First pitch. Fastball hits it in the air, foul down the first base side, strike 1. Bartram, the senior outfielder out of Pacific. That ball hit something on that first base side. There is a sea of little leaguers on that first base side on the concourse. No balls and a strike. Strike 1 pitch, knuckles it in the air. That trails down the right field line and foul into the bullpen. Quickly in the hole, no balls and 2 strikes is Derek Bartram. Bartram out of Novato, California, went to Novato High School. transfer by way of college Marin. This season for the Tigers in the West Coast League, averaged 275. Drove in 11 runs in the spring. Bartram has driven in 2 so far in the summer. Behind, no balls and 2 strikes. 0-2, hits it in the air, foul down the first base side. We'll do it again. 2 runs on 2 hits in this inning. Solano wasting no time. If you are Evan Rhoden and company, you got to find a way to limit the damage. You don't want to replicate what happened yesterday. No balls, 2 strikes. Rhoden sets up on the first base side of the rubber. The 0-2 pitch, chopper to shortstop. Jared Neugebauer takes an all hop to throw to first base in time. 6-3 on the ground out. RBI ground out for Derek Bartram. Drives in Kate. And the 3rd run comes across in the row to first. Solano 3, Medford nothing. Top half of inning number 1. Bases empty, 2 outs. Here's the righty Gilbert Roth, the catcher for Solano. Solano wasting no time on a 2-run triple from Dante Kite. Get this Saturday evening going. First pitch from Evan Rhoden. Ground ball to left side. Got bobbled up by Jaden Neugebauer, and he can't attempt the throw. And that is, officially that is an error, so Roth reaches on an error. So not the inning you want to see if you are the Rogues. So Roth reaches on an E6. 1 on, 2 outs. We are in the top of 1. Solano leading 3-0 against Medford. Game 2 of this 4-game set. Here's a 7-hitter for the Mudcats, the left fielder Raphael Hall. A lefty who's swinging the, looks like yellow and black batting gloves. Small lead for Roth at first base. Jackson Rosenthal holding the runner. First pitch, fastball elevated. 1 ball, no strikes. Raphael Hall, the outfielder and left-handed pitcher out of Santa Barbara City College. The Vaquero had 1 ball and no strikes. 1-0. Fastball misses outside at 2 balls, no strikes. 3 runs on 2 hits so far in this inning. 1 error committed by Jaden Neugebauer in the shortstop position. Rogues trying to limit the damage to 3 on this Saturday evening. Evans sets up on the first base side of the rubber, and the 2-0 pitch misses down and in with a fastball. 3 balls, no strikes. Evan was in the situation earlier in this inning. He was behind 3-0, and then found a way to field the count a couple of pitches later. 3-0 pitch, fastball misses outside, ball 4. Second walk issued by Evan Rhoden. So 2 on, 2 outs. We are in the row to first, and now acting head coach and pitching coach Nick Berger steps out of the dugout and walks to the mound, or jogged and now runs to the mound. Now he walks and he talks with Evan Rhoden and Chris Ortiz. This pause the action is brought to you by Figaro's Pizza. From pizza to wings, even calzones, Figaro's Pizza has you covered. Order online at figaros.com or come by our locations in Phoenix, Gold Hill, and our newest location in Eagle Point. Locally owned and operated and a proud supporter of sports and your Rogues. Andrew Herbold, the home plate umpire, walks swiftly to the hill to break up this conference. Rogues so far in this inning, giving up 3 runs, 2 hits, 1 error, 2 walks issued so far by Evan Rhoden. And right now, try to put a Band-Aid on the bleeding already in the first inning.
Now batting the first baseman, number 3, Christian Rambo.
2 on, 2 outs. We are on the road to first. Here's the first baseman for the Mudcats, Christian Rambo. Rambo, who got an appearance on the hill yesterday in relief for the Mudcats. The righty settles in. Evan Rhoden, the righty, works on that first base side, glances at second base, and fires the first pitch. First pitch swinging, pops it up, first base side, foul territory. Jackson Rosenthal trying to track that one down, runs out of room, and it lands on the grass berm. And the little kids are like seagulls chasing after that foul ball. All the little leaguers trying to get the ball. Hey, a little leaguer got the ball right there. Congratulations. No balls and a strike. It is crazy right now on that first base side. A lot of fun. It's a lively environment when it's Little League night. Evan Rhoden glances at Gilbert Roth. He's at second base. Hall is at first. Strike 1 pitch. Fouls off the fastball. Quickly in the hole, no balls and 2 strikes is Rambo. Rambo out of Consumas River. 5'9", 185. Consumas River just south of Sacramento. You just go east of the Delta Shores Mall or shopping center. No balls and 2 strikes. 0-2 hits that in the air, right field. That drops down for a hit, and the stop sign is going to be play. It's still going to be going. And now Chris Ortiz will throw it over to third base and keeps Roth at third base. So loads the bases. So Rambo singles with 2 outs. Roth blew right past the stop sign with a third base coach. Trying to get a little bit greedy, but Chris Ortiz and the defense found a way to slow and keep him at bay and keeps him at third. So the 9th batter in this inning for Solano stands in. Here's the center fielder for the Mudcats, Joseph Torres. It's a 3-0 lead for Solano. Medford trying to not let this one get out of hand already in game 2. Evan Rhoden sets up on that first base side of the rubber. Base is loaded. First pitch, sweeper, swing and a miss, strike 1. Joseph Torres at the dish for Solano. Torres currently in the portal, 5'8", 170. Outfielder for the Mudcats. Roth at third, Hall at second, Rambo at first base. Strike 1 pitch. Hits that towering shot. Right field going back is Saito. Saito looking up, and it goes just out of play. And it goes foul. And now the kids chase after it. So another count in favor of Evan Rhoden, I should say. No balls and 2 strikes already, and trying to shut the door on the Mudcats in this inning. No balls, 2 strikes, the pitch. 0-2. Fastball elevated. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And this inning began with a double from Ben Kennedy, a walk from Brandon Stone, 2-run triple from Dante Kaite. Zach Goldenberg struck out for the first out of the inning. Bartram drove in Kaite from third base on the RBI ground out. 1-2 pitch, slider, swing and a miss, strike 3. And the side is retired. 3 runs come across for the Mudcats on 1, 2 hits. 1 error committed by the Rogues. Actually, my apologies. 1, 2, 3 hits. My apologies. 3 runs, 3 hits, 1 error, and they leave the bases loaded. We head to the home first right after this. Solano 3, Medford coming up on a beautiful Saturday evening in the Rogue Valley. More after this on the Rogue Streaming Network. Looking to buy or sell in the Rogue Valley? David Case of Windermere Realty has you covered. Windermere Realty has been serving the Rogue Valley for over 30 years. David, a proud husband and father, has been a broker in the Rogue Valley for almost a decade. From residential and rural to commercial, David can handle it all. Contact David Case if you're looking to buy or sell at 541-944-9330. Windermere Realty and David Case, proud supporters of Medford Rogues Baseball.
Discover the Life Plan community in the heart of the Rogue Valley. Here, your days are filled with opportunities to express yourself, engage your mind and body, and share your life with great new friends. You can connect, grow, and thrive. Our hilltop location is near world-class vineyards, the Oregon Shakespeare Festival, and the Brit Music and Arts Festival. Rogue Valley Manor, Southern Oregon's premier Life Plan community.
Solano 3, Medford nothing. They come up to the plate in the home half of inning number 1. Let's give you that starting lineup for the Rogues, led by acting head coach Nick Berger. The Rogues 11-4 so far in 2026, 0-1 in PEL play. Batting lead off is the left fielder, Jonathan Walsh. In the 2 spot is second baseman Daniel Berman. The 3-hole hitter is the DH man Larson Custer. The cleanup man is catching tonight, Chris Ortiz. In the 5 spot is the shortstop Jaden Neugebauer. In the 6th hole is the first baseman Jackson Rosenthal. In the 7th spot is the third baseman Bo Blake. Evan Saito's patrolling right field. He is the 8 hitter. And the center fielder tonight is Will Salahar. He is in the 9 spot. So it's Walsh, Berman, Custer, Ortiz, Neugebauer, Rosenthal, Blake, Saito, and Salahar. Rogues 11-4 so far in 2026, 0-1 in Pacific Empire League action, and already facing a 3-0 deficit so far. Jonathan Walsh, the table setter, sets up, and he gets to face Carson Thompson for the first time tonight. First pitch fastball lasers in on the inside corner, strike 1. Carson Thompson out of Butte College. The Roadrunner gets ready to go to work, works from that third base side, strike 1 pitch, ground ball up the middle, base hit, and Jonathan Walsh is aboard with a leadoff single. And that's how you want to start off the Saturday evening. I know Mom and Dad, brother Alex, and the dog Scout enjoyed that single from Jonathan Walsh. 1 on, nobody out. We see the second baseman, Daniel Berman. It's a 3-0 lead for Solano. We are in the home first. More importantly, if you are the Rogues, got to capitalize and get runners across. That was one of the talking points the Rogues coaching staff had with me today before and after batting practice. We have runners on, we just got to get them across. First pitch, Daniel Berman. First pitch misses inside. 1 ball, no strikes. Daniel Berman hitting at 385 so far this season. No round trippers, has driven in 4 in a 2026. Sets up on that first base side is Thompson. Fastball misses down and out. 2 balls, no strikes. Big conversation of Daniel Berman, and I always talk with the players after the broadcast, the day after, talking about did the family enjoy the broadcast? And Daniel said they loved the pregame interview. Daniel had 2 balls and no strikes. 2-0. Fastball clips that top third. 2 balls, 1 strike. Talked about that a little bit. The Awesome Pool Guy on Deck show. The Rogues, before those 2 runs came across in the inning, had 3 base runners on. 2-1 pitch hits down the air, down the left field line, and it trails foul out of play. Down the left field line, the count goes square at 2. More importantly, Daniel Berman had a couple of big hits. Reached on base 4 times, pair of singles in yesterday's series opening loss to Solano. Counts even, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Rambo hits down the air, right field, drifting back is Bartram. Bartram makes the one-hand grab for out number 1. 1 on, 1 out. We are in the home first. 3-0 lead for Solano. Let's give you the defense backing up the starter for the Solano Mudcats of Carson Thompson. Around the horn from third to first, it's Kite, Stone, Kennedy, and Rambo. In the outfield from left to right, it's Hall, Torres, and Bartram. And catching tonight is Roth. Larson Custer settles in wearing the blue batting gloves. The lefty faces the lefty, Carson Thompson. First pitch has to lean out of the way and squat down. Misses up and in. 1 ball, no strikes. Larson Custer, young man from Kansas, a .349 hitter so far this season. 1 round tripper. Has 10 RBI so far this season. Had 1 ball and no strikes. 1-0, fouls off. That is a foul ball, says the home plate umpire, Andrew Herbold. Solano's catcher, Roth, got the tag applied in time, but it is still a foul ball. Thank you, Mudcat man. Thank you for that, Coyote. Thank you. Called for a strike on the outer third. And quickly in the count. Still quickly 1 ball and 2 strikes. So Coyote is at third base. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Slider misses outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Andrew Herbold not going to give that call to the lefty Carson Thompson. And now Larson Custer trying to provide a little bit of offense. Two-two. Misses up and in, and the count fills. Jonathan Walsh led off the inning with a single. Daniel Berman flew out to right field of Bartram. Big at bat right now for Larson Custer. Chris Ortiz waits on deck. 3-2 home. 3-2, swing and a miss on the slider. And Larson Custer is down on strikes. First strikeout victim for Carson Thompson this evening. 1 on, 2 outs. We are in the home first. Here's a cleanup hitter for the Rogues, Chris Ortiz. All Solano in game 2 of this 4-game set. It's a 3-0 lead for the Mudcats. Mudcats perfect in Pacific Empire League action. Medford trying to get their first win in the league play and also trying to snap a 3-game losing streak tonight. Chris Ortiz, one of the veterans who was a part of that team last year that faced that 10-game losing streak. First pitch, fastball misses inside. 1 ball, no strikes. Ortiz this season a .297 hitter. No round trippers, does have 5 RBIs to his credit. Small lead for Jonathan Walsh at first base. Thompson sets up on the first base side of the rubber, and the 1-0 pitch misses outside at 2 balls, no strikes. Coaching the bases for the Rogues at third base is Jacob Seitz. At first base, assistant coach Monty Spence. 2 balls and no strikes. Breaking ball misses outside at 3 balls, no strikes. Wind blowing strongly into left field. Chris Ortiz trying to draw a walk. 3-0. Misses inside, ball 4. Chris Ortiz takes first. 2 out, base runner on for the Rogues. And more importantly, Rogues are in scoring position. Tying run heads to the dish. 2 on, 2 outs. We are in the home first. 3-0 lead for Solano. Here's a shortstop, Jaden Neugebauer. Rogues trying to get their first run across in the first inning. You think about this season, opponents have outscored the Rogues 16 runs to 13 runs in the first inning. Special thanks to BG Gould for that statistic. More importantly, the Rogues trying to find a way to get their first run across this evening. Thompson sets up on that first base side of the rubber. The southpaw battles a lefty, Jaden Neugebauer. First pitch. Fastball misses low. 1 ball, no strikes. And one of the conversation points as well this week is trying to chase the starter out of the game. The Rogues have had a hard time doing that ever since the Fresno series. 1 ball, no strikes. 1 out. Chopper the first base side, and it goes foul. 1 ball, 1 strike. Jaden Neugebauer, the 5th batter so far in the inning. Jonathan Walsh singled in the lead off the inning. Daniel Berman flew out to right field. Larson Custer struck out. And now Chris Ortiz drew a walk to extend the inning. Jaden Neugebauer trying to make it interesting. Tying run at the dish. Jackson Rosenthal waits on deck. 1-1, taps that in the air. Third base side. Coyote trying to track that one down. Coyote makes the grab for out number 3, and the inning comes to a close. No runs, a hit, no errors, but the Rogues leave a pair on. Jonathan Walsh at second base and Chris Ortiz at first. We have played 1 in the Rogue Valley. All Solano on this Saturday evening. 3-0 Mudcats. More after this on the Rogue Streaming Network.
Planning to move? Choose Pods, the most awarded container moving company. Whether you're moving across town or across the country, Pods brings the container to you. Keep it as long as you like and pack at your own pace. When you're ready, we'll take it to your new home or store it at a secure pod storage center until you need it. And best of all, you don't have to do the driving. Trust Pods with your next move. Book at pods.com today.
Looking for a place that actually feels like home? Check out Oak Ridge Estates in Phoenix, Oregon. This manufactured home community is selling brand new 3- and 4-bedroom homes with everything ready for you. A full kitchen appliance package, private carports, extra storage, and fresh landscaping all included. It is a whole vibe, pet-friendly, all ages, and packed with perks like a saltwater pool, hot tub, fitness center, playground, and clubhouse. Stop by 300 Lumen Road or call 541-535-6227 to book your tour today. Discover your place to call home at Oak Ridge Estates. Solano 3, Medford nothing. Top half of inning number 2 from Harry and David Field. Happy Little League night from the Rogue Valley. Evan Rhoden gets his second inning on the bump, and he faces the top of the order guy, Ben Kennedy, for the second straight inning. It's a 3-0 lead for the Solano Mudcats. Game 2, this 4-game set. 1, 2, and 3 due up for the Mudcats. Ben Kennedy leads off the inning, followed by Brandon Stone and Dante Coyote. More importantly, the Rogues getting up a 3 spot in the top half of inning number 1. Evan Rhoden sets up on the first base side of the rubber and fires the first pitch home. First pitch swinging, hits that in the air, left field. Going back is Jonathan Walsh. Stops and makes the one-hand grab for out number 1. Kennedy flies out to left field. 1 pitch, 1 out to begin the road second. 3-0 lead for the Solano Mudcats. Bases empty, 1 out. Here's the 2-hitter, Brandon Stone, the shortstop tonight for the Mudcats. Mudcats sending 9 batters in the top half of inning number 1. More importantly, Evan Rhoden not really phased in that first inning. First pitch, raking ball, clips that top third to strike 1. Brandon Stone drew a walk in his first at-bat. just an inning to go. Strike one pitch, misses inside, 1 ball, 1 strike. Brandon Stone drew a walk and went around and scored during that 2-run triple from Dante Chiati. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1-1, and he's hit by the pitch, and Brandon Stone takes first. So a walk from Stone in his first at-bat, now a hit by pitch. Puts a 1-out base runner on, 1 out. We are in the top of 2. Here's a 3-hitter for the Mudcats, Dante Chiati. 1 for 1 so far this evening. Game 2, this 4-game set. Tomorrow will be a doubleheader, twin bill. A couple of 7-inning affairs for Father's Day 2026 at the ballpark. 3:35 first pitch for game 1 of the doubleheader. First pitch, out, pops it up in the air. First base side, tracking it down is Evan Saito. Going to try to track it down as the right fielder, and it just goes out of play and lands on the grass berm for a long strike 1. And it is Little League night, so all the Little Leaguers are out and about. And there's a sea of them on the grass berm down that right field line. No balls and a strike to Dante Chiati. We are in the road second. Medium-sized lead for Brandon Stone at first base. Rogues infield starting to shade to the left. Strike one pitch from Evan Rhoden. Strike one pitch, misses up and in. 1 ball, 1 strike. Outfield playing deep. Will Salahar, the center fielder, playing a couple of steps into left center. Rhoden glances at first base. You definitely know Neugebauer and Daniel Berman definitely want to turn 2 to get out of the inning. 1-1, hits that in the air. Shallow right field, tracking it down is Evan Saito. Saito drifts to his left, makes the one-hand grab for out number 2. Chiati flies out for the second out of the inning. 1 on, 2 outs. We are in the top of 2. Here's a cleanup hitter for the Mudcats, Zach Goldenberg, guy who had 2 home runs in yesterday's series opener. He's 0 for 1 tonight. Faces Evan Rhoden for the second time this evening. Thing is, you gotta find a way to mitigate traffic on the base paths if you are Evan Rhoden. Starter from Central Point, works on that first base side of the rubber. Infield playing deep around the horn, outfield playing deep and straight away. First pitch hits that in the air, down the right field line, and it goes foul. Strike 1. Solano 3, Medford nothing. 1 on, 2 outs. Zach Goldenberg tonight struck out in the first and was the first out of the inning. No balls, 1 strike, and the pitch. Strike 1 pitch, hits that sky high in the air, right field. Evan Saito jogging down the line, and it goes out of play once more, just past the grass berm on that right field line, and quickly in the hole. No balls and 2 strikes. Goldenberg out of Kansas Wesleyan University, the Coyote, the Walnut Creek native, transferred by way of Diablo Valley College this season for the Coyotes. A .352 hitter in the hole, no balls and 2 strikes. Most wins so far this evening. 0-2 home. 0-2, has to go downstairs and get out of the way of that pitch. Almost hits him. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Small lead for Stone at first base. Jackson Rosenthal holding the runner. Rhoden glances at first base just quickly. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and the pitch. 1-2. Fastball misses up and in, and the count goes square. Rhoden sets up on the first base side of the rubber. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and the pitch. 2-2. Sweeper misses up and out, and the count fills. Derek Bartram waits on deck for the Mudcats. Wind blowing strongly into left field. 3 balls, 2 strikes, and the pitch runner goes. Fastball upstairs, ball 4. And Zach Goldenberg takes first base. 2 out base runner on for the Mudcats. So Solano cooking something up in the road second. 2 on, 2 outs. 3-0 lead for the Mudcats. Here's the right fielder, Derek Bartram. You are the Rogues. Gotta limit the damage. Third walk issued so far by Evan Rhoden tonight. Stone at second, Goldenberg at first. Here's the right fielder for Solano, Derek Bartram. 0 for 1 so far tonight. First pitch. This is inside. 1 ball, no strikes. Rogues faithful not happy about the strike zone so far, dictated by Andrew Herbold. We continue. Glances at second base is Rhoden. Stone's at second. Goldenberg at first. 1-0 pitch. Chopper to the left side. Takes it on a hop is Bo Blake at third. The throw over to first base. Sails over the head of the first baseman, Jackson Rosenthal. 1 runs easily in, and the stop sign's put up. It was a nasty hop at third base for Bo Blake, and it is going to be an error. So officially an E5. So Bartram has the RBI. So Stone comes around and scores. So it's a 4-0 lead for Solano. And more importantly, that is the second error committed by the Rogues in 2 innings. And that was an error committed by Jaden Neugebauer at short in the first. And now Bo Blake commits an error in the second.
Now batting the catcher, number 28, Gilbert Roth.
And here's the catcher, Gilbert Roth, to extend the inning. So puts runners at second and third now, not the way if you are the Rogues. Evan Rhoden delivers the first pitch. First pitch fastball, lasers in on the inside corner, strike 1. Rogues on the home second, send up Rosenthal, Blake, and Saito. Strike 1 pitch, sweeper misses inside. 2 balls, 1 strike. Runners at second and third. Glances at second base is Rhoden, and the pitch. Chopper to the left side, goes to his right as Jay Neugebauer, bottles it up, the throw to first base, and the throw is in time. 6-3 on the ground out, and the inning comes to a close. 1 run comes across on no hits, 1 error committed by Medford, and the Mudcats leave a pair on. Goldenberg at third, Bartram at second base. We head to the home second right after this. Jackson Rosenthal, Bo Blake, and Evan Saito due up. All Solano on this Saturday evening. It's a 4-0 lead for the Mudcats. More after this on the Rogue Streaming Network. After the game is over, are you looking for more Medford Rogues content? Plank Talk is the official podcast of the Medford Rogues. Hi, this is Brian Welch, the voice of your Rogues. Join me every week as we talk with the players, front office staff, and special guests along the way. Plank Talk drops every week during the season on the same channel you watch the Rogues. We will see you for Plank Talk. As always, go Rogues. Rhoden CN Medford Airport is a proud supporter of Medford Rogues baseball. It's the best place to recharge your batteries in Medford. Enjoy the indoor pool and spa. Don't forget about the workout room as well. Big event or small, their banquet hall has you covered. Plus, Rhoden CN Medford Airport is pet friendly as well. Book a stay at Rhoden CN Medford Airport at rhodencn.com. Your perfect place in Southern Oregon to eat, play, and stay. Hungry for pizza? Figaro's Pizza has you covered. From pizza to wings and even calzones, there is something for everybody at Figaro's. Order online at figaros.com or stop by our locations in Phoenix and Gold Hill. Check out our newest location, our Take and Bake food trailer in Eagle Point. Locally owned and operated, Figaro supports local schools and sports. Figaro's Pizza, proud supporter of Medford Rogues baseball. Solano 4, Medford nothing. Home half of inning number 2 from Harry and David Field. Brian Welch with you on the Rogue Streaming Network. Happy to have you aboard wherever you may be tuning in. 6-7-8 due up for the Rogues. Jackson Rosenthal leads off the inning, followed by Bo Blake and Evan Saito. And Carson Thompson begins his second inning on the hill. And it is a pause in the action. There's actually somebody's sunglasses fell off, but they got the sunglasses back. Jackson Rosenthal stands in for his first trip of the evening. Rogues leaving a pair on in the home first. First pitch, fastball, finds the outer third, strike 1. Jackson Rosenthal, the Ashland native, just down the road from us in Southern Oregon. Jackson Rosenthal, 400 hitter, strike 1 pitch, misses outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. Jackson previously at Lassen College. He's going to be playing ball with Hawaii Pacific come the fall. So the difference between Hawaii and Susanville, California. 1 ball and a strike to Jackson Rosenthal. 1 ball and a strike. 1-1, misses inside. 2 balls, 1 strike. And it has been that type of evening so far for the Rogues. Just now tuning in, Jonathan Walsh led off the home first of a single, got the second base, was left stranded there. Chris Ortiz drew a walk, 2-1 pitch. Clips the outer side, 3rd, strike 2. Jackson Rosenthal looking at the home plate umpire, Andrew Herbold, saying that we're going to call that a strike. But he climbs back in once again, faces the 2-2 count to Carson Thompson. Thompson delivers the 2-2. 2-2, chopper to the left side, takes it is Coyote. Coyote throws it over to first, spins around and gets him out for out number 1. 5-3 on the ground out for the first out of the inning. Bases empty, 1 out. Here is the third baseman, Bo Blake, for the Rogues. We are on the home second, 4-0 lead for Solano. It is game 2 of this 4-game set, and it has been that type of evening for the Rogues so far tonight. And if you are the Rogues, you have to find some balance offensively. First pitch to Bo Blake. Off speed, misses outside at 1 ball, no strikes. Bo Blake this season, a .267 hitter. 2 home runs so far this season. 1-0, lifts it foul down the first base side. 1 ball, 1 strike. And it has, you can definitely feel in this 3-game losing streak, the Rogues offense has sputtered at times. A ball and a strike. Fastball misses low. 2 balls, 1 strike. Bo Blake at third base. Got the start yesterday at third base, was quickly pulled out. Nolan Donovan, our Rogues player spotlight, took over his spot. 2-1 pitch, misses low. 3 balls, 1 strike. Three and 1 home. 3-1, misses outside, ball 4. Bo Blake takes first. 1 out, base runner on for the Rogues. And the Rogues have their third base runner on in 2 innings. 1 on, 1 out. We are in the bottom of 2. 4-0 lead for Solano. Here's the Rogues right fielder, Evan Saito. Game 2 this 4-game set. Just a perfect evening for baseball. Glacier blue skies overhead, Little League night. There's a lot of people in the stands right now. A lot of fun tomorrow. It is going to be Father's Day. Don't forget to call Dad. First pitch. Fastball finds the outside corner. Strike 1. Evan Saito this season, a .326 hitter. No home runs. 7 runs batted in for Evan this season. Sets up on the third base side is Thompson. Strike 1 pitch. Ground ball to left side. Gobbled up by Stone. Underhands it over to second for 1. Kennedy throws it to first, and the throw is in time for the double play. 6-4-3 twin killing. And the inning comes to a close. No runs, no hits, no errors. We have played 2 in the Rogue Valley. It's a 4-0 lead for Solano. More after this on the Rogue Streaming Network. Rhoden CN Medford Airport is a proud supporter of Medford Rogues baseball. It's the best place to recharge your batteries in Medford. Enjoy the indoor pool and spa. Don't forget about the workout room as well. Big event or small, their banquet hall has you covered. Plus, Rhoden CN Medford Airport is pet friendly as well. Book a stay at Rhoden CN Medford Airport at rhodencn.com. Your perfect place in Southern Oregon to eat, play, and stay. Looking for a place that actually feels like home? Check out Oak Ridge Estates in Phoenix, Oregon. This manufactured home community is selling brand new 3- and 4-bedroom homes with everything ready for you. A full kitchen appliance package, private carports, extra storage, and fresh landscaping all included. It is a whole vibe, pet-friendly, all ages, and packed with perks like a saltwater pool, hot tub, fitness center, playground, and clubhouse. Stop by 300 Lumen Road or call 541-535-6227 to book your tour today. Discover your place to call home at Oak Ridge Estates.
Leading off the top of the 3rd inning for Solano.
Solano 4, Medford nothing. Top half of inning number 3 from Harry and David Field. Evan Rhoden goes to work for his 3rd inning on the bump. And the Central Point native faces 7, 8, 9 in the Solano Mudcats order. Raphael Hall leads off the inning, followed by Christian Rambo and Joseph Torres. The righty sets up on the first base side of the rubber and fires the first pitch. Fastball misses outside at 1 ball, no strikes. 4 runs, 3 hits, no errors for Solano. No runs, 1 hit, 2 errors for the Rogues. 1 ball, no strikes. Ground ball, chopper to the right side, gobbled up by Jackson Rosenthal, speeds the pillow himself, and gets the out for out number 1. 3 unassisted for the first out of the inning. Bases empty, 1 out. We are in the top of 3. Here's the 8-hitter for the Mudcats, the first baseman, Christian Rambo. Solano 4, Medford nothing. Game 2 of this 4-game set. And Solano starting tonight 3-0 in Pacific Empire League play. Mudcats off to a hot start in PEL action. First pitch, sweeper clips that inside corner, strike 1. Rambo 1 for 1 so far tonight. Strike 1 pitch. Misses down and in, 1 ball, 1 strike. Singled in the first, but was left stranded there. The Mudcats left the bases loaded. Ball and a strike from Evan Rhoden. Gets the signal from Chris Ortiz, now fires the pitch. 1-1, popped up in the air. In the infield, Evan Rhoden calling everybody off. And hey, collides with Bo Blake, but Jackson Rosenthal makes the ground. Christian Rambo pops out for the second out of the inning. 2 up and 2 down in the top half of inning number 3. That could have been a disastrous on the left side of the infield. It was Bo Blake and Evan Rhoden colliding together, but Jackson Rosenthal, the hero of the day, saying, guys, stop running into each other. I got it. 2 up and 2 down, bases empty. Here's a 9-hitter for the Mudcats, center fielder Joseph Torres, 0 for 1 so far tonight. First pitch fouled off, left side, strike 1. Solano sent 9 batters to the dish in the first, sent 6 batters in the second. Evan Rhoden trying to find a way to shut down this Mudcats order. Strike 1 pitch, fastball misses up and out, 1 ball, 1 strike. Those 2 errors committed in the first and in the second inning. We are on the road to third, bases empty. 4-0 lead for the Mudcats. 1-1 pitch, misses upstairs, 2 balls, 1 strike. Two and 1 from the righty. Hits that in the air, curves it, shallow left field, tracking it down as Bo Blake secures it for out number 3. And the side is retired. First time the Mudcats have gone in order 1, 2, 3 this evening. And it happens in the road to third. No runs, no hits, no errors, none left. We head to the home half of inning number 3 right after this. 9-1-2 due up for the Rogues. Will Salahar, Jonathan Walsh, and Daniel Berman. Can the Rogues offense wake up on this Saturday evening? We shall see. Solano 4, Medford nothing. More after this on the Rogue Streaming Network. Looking to buy or sell in the Rogue Valley? David Case of Windermere Realty has you covered. Windermere Realty has been serving the Rogue Valley for over 30 years. David, a proud husband and father, has been a broker in the Rogue Valley for almost a decade. From residential and rural to commercial, David can handle it all. Contact David Case if you're looking to buy or sell at 541-944-9330. Windermere Realty and David Case, proud supporters of Medford Rogues Baseball.
Discover the Life Plan community in the heart of the Rogue Valley. Here, your days are filled with opportunities to express yourself, engage your mind and body, and share your life with great new friends. You can connect, grow, and thrive. Our hilltop location is near world-class vineyards, the Oregon Shakespeare Festival, and the Brit Music and Arts Festival. Rogue Valley Manor, Southern Oregon's premier Life Plan community.
Home half of inning number 3 from Harry and David Field. 4-0 lead for Solano. Brian Woods back with you on the Rogue Streaming Network. 9-1-2 due up for the Rogues. Will Salahar leads off the inning, followed by Jonathan Walsh and Daniel Berman. And more importantly, Rogues have to find a way to capitalize and get runners across. In the first 2 innings, they've had 3 base runners on. And the last inning was a Bo Blake who was caught up in a 6-4-3 twin killing. Carson Thompson, the lefty for Solano, delivers the first pitch. First pitch slider, swing and a miss, strike one. No balls and one strike to Will Salohar. Will this season a .333 hitter. No round trippers. 2 RBI, strike one pitch. Misses outside at 1 ball, 1 strike. Thompson has migrated from that third base side of the rubber to the first base side. Currently set up on the third base side of the rubber. The lefty facing the lefty. Will Salohar to lead off the home third. Hits the ground ball to the right side, takes it on a hop as the second baseman Kennedy. The throw to first base in time for out number 1. 4-3 on the ground out for the first out of the inning. Base is empty, 1 out. So we go back to the top of the order. It is Jonathan Walsh, the left fielder for the Rogues. All Solano on this Saturday evening. Solano leading 4-0 against Medford. A much better game so far than it was yesterday. If you just now tuning in, you did not tune in yesterday, it was already at this point in the home half of inning number 3, a 7-0 lead. This is the inning where the Rogues tacked on a couple of runs in yesterday's affair. First pitch, Jonathan Walsh clips that top third to strike 1. Jonathan today 1 for 1 so far. Tennessean from the Volunteer State settles in for his second trip. Infield playing deep around the horn for the Mudcats. Strike 1 pitch, breaking ball misses inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Jonathan Walsh singled in the first, a lead off the inning. Got to second base, but was left stranded. First 2 base runners left on for the Rogues this evening. 1-1, escapes out of the mitt of the catcher Roth. 2 balls, 1 strike. And yesterday in our late part of the broadcast, we were talking about Texas A&M Texarkana, one of the pitchers from Solano goes to school there, and time taken by Andrew Herbold. And wants eye contact from the pitcher, Carson Thompson, to the batter. So Thompson looks around and gets back in the box is Jonathan Walsh. Guy who loves the movie Smokey and the Bandit. 2 balls and a strike. 2-1 off the end of the bat, slow roller toward short, picked up by Stone. The throw to first base, and the throw is in time for out number 2. 6-3 on the ground out for the second out of the inning. Base is empty, 2 outs, 2 up and 2 down in the home third. Here's the Rogue second baseman, Daniel Berman. It's a 4-0 lead for Solano. Game 2 this 4-game set from a windy Saturday evening at the ballpark. Good crowd on hand for Little League night. The future of baseball is here tonight. Daniel Berman trying to extend the inning, 0 for 1 so far. First pitch. Fastball finds the inside corner, strike 1. Rogues have only recorded 1 hit so far tonight. That came from Jonathan Walsh, the previous batter. No balls and a strike. Strike 1 pitch, ground ball to the right side, picked up by Kennedy, bobbles it, and he can't make the play. Into right center it goes. Daniel Berman slips and he's going to be caught in a pickle, and now he's on that right side of the infield. Daniel Berman's going to try a slide, and he gets out. So officially, it's an error recorded, but Daniel Berman slipped at first base, trying to go wide of first base. Now Nick Bergers, acting head coach, gets out of the dugout and talks of Andrew Herbold, and we'll try to break that one down for you when we come right back after this. Or actually, it's going to be Nick Berger's going to talk with the first base umpire, Greg Jaquette. We'll keep an eye on that conversation when we come right back after this. No runs, no hits, an error committed, and we have played 3 in the Rogue Valley. It's a 4-0 lead for Solano. More after this on the Rogue Streaming Network.
Planning to move? Choose Pods, the most awarded container moving company. Whether you're moving across town or across the country, Pods brings the container to you. Keep it as long as you like and pack at your own pace. When you're ready, we'll take it to your new home or store it at a secure pod storage center until you need it. And best of all, you don't have to do the driving. Trust Pods with your next move. Book at pods.com today.
Looking for a place that actually feels like home? Check out Oak Ridge Estates in Phoenix, Oregon. This manufactured home community is selling brand new 3- and 4-bedroom homes with everything ready for you. a full kitchen appliance package, private carports, extra storage, and fresh landscaping all included. It is a whole vibe, pet-friendly, all ages, and packed with perks like a saltwater pool, hot tub, fitness center, playground, and clubhouse. Stop by 300 Lumen Road or call 541-535-6227 to book your tour today. Discover your place to call home at Oak Ridge Estates. Tentatively, we head to the top half of inning number 4, and we talked about before we went to the commercial break, and it was a conversation provoked by acting head coach Nick Berger to talk about the play from Daniel Berman trying to round first, going to second base, and now they are going to say they're trying to tell the guys to go back to their dugouts, and now the home plate umpire Andrew Herbold explaining what he heard, what they discussed during that conversation with the umpire meeting with head coach Kyle Stafford. So the question is, it was Daniel Berman who rounded first, trying to go to second base. He slipped when Kennedy dropped the ball at second base and then was caught in a pickle, and it was tagged out on the right side of the infield. So a little bit of everything right now. Currently, the inning's over, but right now the inning continues for the time being. We threw the commercial break a little too early, but you can't tell for sure. Lengthy conversation brewing in the Rogue Valley. Is this probably the momentum swing the Rogues need? If it does happen, Evan Rhoden was on the hill, ready to fire it off, get ready to go out to work. And now it is head coach Kyle Stafford and the umpires Greg Jaquette and Andrew Herbold. And they're going to say the runner's going to go to second base. So he's safe. So Daniel Berman extends the inning. And a great heads-up play by acting head coach Nick Berger to say, let's have a conference, let's talk about it. So now a runner at second base, 2 outs. It's a 4-0 lead for Solano. And now here's Larson Custer. So a bizarre play. So the call on the field is that he's safe, and they are going to warm up the pitcher Carson Thompson. He had to cool down, and more importantly, think about. So Nick Berger's going to talk with Andrew Herbold. And a good heads-up play by acting head coach Nick Berger, one of his coaching heroes, guy he played for way back in the day in San Luis Obispo, California, the legend Larry Lee. So regardless, we are in the home half of inning number 3, so technically, Rogues right now trying to capitalize. Here's the DH man for the Rogues, Larson Custer. Rogues try not to waste this opportunity with a base runner in scoring position. So officially, Berman reaches on an error somehow. That's the start for the time being at the moment. First pitch, wave and a miss, strike 1 for Larson Custer. Custer tonight struck out in the first inning. Was the second out of the inning. Larson trying to provide a little bit of offense. Thompson glances over at Berman at second base, and the strike 1 pitch, ground ball, chopper fell to the right side. Quickly in the hole, no balls, and 2 strikes. And that's back-to-back days where Daniel Berman has been the center of controversy. Remember yesterday, we figured it out because he stepped off the base path on the first base side in yesterday's affair against Solano. Larson Custer in the hole, no balls, and 2 strikes. Thompson works from that third base side of the rubber. Berman at second base, and the pitch, 0-2. Slider misses outside, 1 ball, 2 strikes. And now if you are the Rogues, it's go time in this inning. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and the pitch. 1-2 leads to a ground ball, right side, gobbled up by Rambo. Rambo speeds to the square at first base in time. 3 unassisted for the third and final out. And now the third inning comes to a close, and Medford cannot get a run across of Daniel Berman at second base. No runs, no hits, 1 error, 1 left. Now we have played 3 in the Rogue Valley. Solano leading 4-0 against Medford. More after this on the Rogue Streaming Network.
Planning to move? Choose Pods, the most awarded container moving company. Whether you're moving across town or across the country, Pods brings the container to you. Keep it as long as you like and pack at your own pace. When you're ready, we'll take it to your new home or store it at a secure pod storage center until you need it. And best of all, you don't have to do the driving. Trust Pods with your next move. Book at pods.com today.
Looking for a place that actually feels like home? Check out Oak Ridge Estates in Phoenix, Oregon. This manufactured home community is selling brand new 3- and 4-bedroom homes with everything ready for you. A full kitchen appliance package, private carports, extra storage, and fresh landscaping all included. It is a whole vibe, pet-friendly, all ages, and packed with perks like a saltwater pool, hot tub, fitness center, playground, and clubhouse. Stop by 300 Lumen Road or call 541-535-6227 to book your tour today. Discover your place to call home at Oak Ridge Estates. Now we head to the top half of inning number 4 from Harry and David Field. Brian Walsh with you on the Rogues Streaming Network. Solano leading 4-0 against the Rogues, and it is the righty Ben Kennedy to lead off the inning for the 3rd time in this ball game. First pitch, fastball misses upstairs, ball 1. It's Evan Rhoden who stays on the hill. 4 runs and 3 hits given up by the young man from Central Point just up the road. 1-0 pitch, fastball finds that inside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike. Ben Kennedy out of San Jose State, 1 for 2 so far tonight. Doubled and scored in the first, flew out to left field to Walsh in the second. 1-1, off speed, finds that top third, strike 1. Ben Kennedy, a sophomore infielder from San Jose State, grew up in San Jose, went to Pioneer High School, redshirted in the spring. 1 ball and 2 strikes. 1-2, slider misses outside, and the count goes square. Kennedy, a 4-year high school player in baseball for Pioneer High, waits for the 2-2. And the 2-2 dealt from Evan Rhoden. 2-2 leans out of the way, and the count fills. San Jose State out of the Mountain West. Great baseball program. Brad Sanfilippo does it right at Excite Ballpark. Brad Sanfilippo is the head coach of San Jose State. 3 balls, 2 strikes. 3-2, and called strike 3. Leaned out of the way was Kennedy, but rung up on strikes. How about Evan Rhoden? Rhoden records his 2nd strikeout of the evening, and a crucial first out recorded to begin the 4th inning. You like what you saw in that pitch? And acting head coach Nick Berger told me during batting practice, we got to find a way to command the zone. First pitch, swing and a miss, strike 1 to the shortstop, Brandon Stone. Hit by pitch and drew a walk in his previous 2 at-bats. His 3rd at-bat of the night. And Solano now, it's a 4-0 lead for the Mudcats. We are in the road to 4th, base is empty. Evan Rhoden gets ready to go to work, works on that first base side of the rubber, and the strike 1 pitch. Fastball again, clips the outside corner, and now in the hole is Brandon Stone behind no balls and 2 strikes. This is a very interesting inning, and you think about what happened earlier in the 3rd. Rhoden sets up on that first base side, fires the 0-2 pitch, fastball elevated, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Rhoden was about to walk off the mound, but has to regain his thoughts and goes forward once again. Infield playing deep. Will Salahar, the center fielder, playing in center field, playing a couple of steps actually into left center. 1-2. Breaking ball, called strike 3, back-to-back Ks. 3rd strikeout for Evan Rhoden, mowing down Mudcat batters tonight. Evan Rhoden finding ways to make it look easy. So 2 up and 2 down on the road to 4th. Here's the 3-hitter Dante Kayati, I should say. Kayati waits for the first pitch. Clips that outside corner, strike 1, and nasty pitching by Evan Rhoden. Base is empty, 2 outs. Infield playing deep around the horn. Kayati. 1 for 2 tonight. Strike 1 pitch. Hits it in the air, foul down the right field line. Quickly in the hole, no balls and 2 strikes. Kayati got the offense moving of a 2-run triple in the first. flew out to right field in the second inning to Evan Saito. No balls, 2 strikes, and the pitch. Ground ball, left side. Jay Neugebauer scoops it up, throws it over to first base, and the throw is late. And it's an infield single for Dante Kayati to extend the inning for Solano. So officially, they are going to say it is a hit, says the official scorekeeper. 1 on, 2 outs. We are at the top of 4. Here's a cleanup hitter, Zach Goldenberg, 0 for 1 off a walk. And if you are the Rogues, you have to have a long-term memory. 2 home runs in yesterday's affair in Game 1 of the series. Zach Goldenberg climbs back in for his 3rd trip of the night. 4-0 lead for Solano. We are on the road 4th rather. 2 strikeouts in this inning, 3 total for Evan Rhoden tonight. Rhoden sets up on the first base side of the rubber. First pitch, pops it up sky high, right center field. Circling to his left is Daniel Berman, makes the one-hand grab for out number 3. And the side is retired. No runs, a hit, no errors, 1 left. Dante Kayati left on at first base, but more importantly, a pair of strikeouts gets the inning going for Evan Rhoden, the Central Point native. We enter the home half of inning number 4 right after this. Chris Ortiz, Jaden Neugebauer, and Jackson Rosenthal due up. Can the Rogues offense break out of the slump? We shall see. Solano 4, Medford nothing. More after this on the Rogue Streaming Network. Green CN Medford Airport is a proud supporter of Medford Rogues baseball. It's the best place to recharge your batteries in Medford. Enjoy the indoor pool and spa. Don't forget about the workout room as well. Big event or small, their banquet hall has you covered. Plus, Green CN Medford Airport is pet friendly as well. Book a stay at Green CN Medford Airport at rogreencn.com. Your perfect place in Southern Oregon to eat, play, and stay. Looking for a place that actually feels like home? Check out Oak Ridge Estates in Phoenix, Oregon. This manufactured home community is selling brand new 3- and 4-bedroom homes with everything ready for you. A full kitchen appliance package, private carports, extra storage, and fresh landscaping all included. It is a whole vibe, pet-friendly, all ages, and packed with perks like a saltwater pool, hot tub, fitness center, playground, and clubhouse. Stop by 300 Lumen Road or call 541-535-6227 to book your tour today. Discover your place to call home at Oak Ridge Estates. Home half of inning number 4 from Harry and David Field. All Solano on this Saturday evening. It's a 4-0 lead for the Mudcats against your Medford Rogues. Middle of the order due up for Medford. Chris Ortiz leads off the inning, followed by Jaden Neugebauer and Jackson Rosenthal. Rogues in 3 innings have had left 3 base runners on. Chris Ortiz, one of those base runners left on in the home half of inning number 1, and he leads off the 4th inning facing Carson Thompson for the 2nd time this evening. First pitch. Fastball misses upstairs. 1 ball, no strikes. Wind is blowing in on this Saturday evening, blowing strongly into left field. A classic trait about this ballpark. 1-0, misses upstairs. 2 balls, no strikes. And hey, my host family, Mike Schubert's in attendance. He's in the broadcast booth tonight. Perfect evening for baseball for Little League night at Harry and David Field. 2 balls and no strikes. 2-0, hits it in the air down the first base side, and it goes out of play. Strike 1.
That was just a bit foul.
And in the Schubert household in Eagle Point, where I'm living at this year, it has been a World Cup craze. Mike's granddaughter, Sage, a great soccer player for Eagle Point High School. 2 balls and a strike. Fastball did go around, finds that inside corner, and the count goes square at 2. The World Cup is on. The first game of the College World Series is on as well. Hey, this is the type of household. It's a very sports-heavy household. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and the pitch. 2-2, fouls off the curveball. We'll do it again. We had the World Cup going on the TV. Mike had the Padres game on his phone, the radio play-by-play. That's a plus. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Thompson works on that third base side of the rubber, and the 2-2. 2-2, line drive up the middle, base hit, and Chris Ortiz leads off the inning with a single. Chris Ortiz reaches on base for the second time tonight. One on, nobody out here in the home half of inning number 4. One on, and it is Jaden Neugebauer trying to provide a little bit of offense. It's a 4-0 lead for Solano. Rogues right now offensively. See how aggressive they get in this game. But getting back to the Living in Eagle Point, so I was listening to my game from last night, trying to figure out what went well, what did not go well, like what the players do, but from the broadcasting side, figure out what works and what doesn't work. First pitch scores for a bunt, and he bunts through it is Jan Neugebauer, strike 1. So 3 different events going on in the Schubert household. That was a lot of fun. And having the World Cup on, you get a chance to get some of the merchandise, some of the stuff that's going on. I don't know if you've seen the McDonald's World Cup meal. No balls and a strike to Jan Neugebauer. Strike 1 pitch, turns away from it, misses inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. So if you've been to McDonald's, there's a World Cup meal. You can get the McNuggets or the Big Mac with a fry. And you can get a collectible World Cup cup. 1-1. Misses inside at 2 balls, 1 strike. Not an actual World Cup trophy, but a drinking cup. Which you can have that at lunch, dinner, breakfast, whatever you want. So I got one yesterday. Pretty cool. I don't even know the person on it. 2-1 pitch. Chopper to the right side. Charging in is Kennedy, the second baseman. Throws it over to first. And the throw's in time for out number 1. Ortiz advances on the Jan Neugebauer ground out. 4-3 on the ground out. 1 on, 1 out. We are in the home half of inning number 4. Here's the first baseman, Jackson Rosenthal. And that's a good heads-up play. Moving the runner over for Jaden Neugebauer. Eliminates the opportunity to turn 2 for Chris Ortiz. So Chris Ortiz is at second base. Rogues right now have had opportunities in scoring position already tonight. And the Ashland native, Jackson Rosenthal, sees the opportunity. Young man going to Hawaii Pacific in the fall. Faces the lefty. Carson Thompson sets up on the first base side of the rubber. First pitch. Misses inside, 1 ball, no strikes. And Jackson Rosenthal this season has 5 RBIs to his credit. Left against left. Chris Ortiz at second base. He's there because of a leadoff single. Got over to second base during the Jaden Neugebauer ground out. 1 ball, no strikes. 1-0, slider, swing and a miss, strike 1. Ball got away from the catcher Roth. 1 ball, 1 strike. So, got the World Cup meal, pretty good last night after the game, but got the collectible cup. I like to collect things, and you think about it, the Olympics will be in Los Angeles in 2 years. Wonder what they will have promotional-wise for the Olympics. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1-1, slider misses outside at 2 balls, 1 strike. And think about the World Cup craze in the United States right now. Pretty big for the United States soccer team, getting the win yesterday against Australia. Travis Finney, the Australian, was having a lot of fun with that. 2 balls and 1 strike. 2-1, ground ball to left side, gobbled up by Stone, takes it on a hop to throw to first base. Throw on the money for out number 2. 6-3 on the ground out for the second out of the inning. That advances Chris Ortiz to third base. So the Rogues have their best chance offensively this evening with Chris Ortiz at third base. 1 on, 2 outs. We are on the bottom of 4. Here's the third baseman for the Rogues, Bo Blake. 4-0 lead for Solano. Game 2 of this 4-game set. And right now the Rogues definitely see a green light to get their first run across. Solano scored 3 times in the first, once in the second in this low-scoring affair in Game 2 of this 4-game set. First pitch from the southpaw. First pitch, screams foul over our heads, strike 1. And think about all the promotional items we've seen so far at the World Cup. If you go to Costco, I went to Costco today, no balls and a strike. Fastball finds the inside corner, strike 2. Bo Blake drew a walk and was the victim of a 6-4-3 twin killing in the second. No balls, 2 strikes, and the pitch. 0-2, hits it on the end of the bat. Charging in is Coyote, the third baseman. The throw to first, in time for out number 3. And the inning comes to a close. No runs, a hit, no errors, 1 left. Carson Thompson and company works around the leadoff base runner, Chris Ortiz. And we have played 4 in the Rogue Valley. Upcoming the top half of inning number 5. You know what that means. Awesome pool guy, 5th inning. Solano leading on this Saturday evening. All Mudcats, 4-0 Solano. More after this on the Rogue Streaming Network. Looking to buy or sell in the Rogue Valley? David Case of Windermere Realty has you covered. Windermere Realty has been serving the Rogue Valley for over 30 years. David, a proud husband and father, has been a broker in the Rogue Valley for almost a decade. From residential and rural to commercial, David can handle it all. Contact David Case if you're looking to buy or sell at 541-944-9330. Windermere Realty and David Case, proud supporters of Medford Rogues baseball.
Discover the Life Plan community in the heart of the Rogue Valley. Here, your days are filled with opportunities to express yourself, engage your mind and body, and share your life with great new friends. You can connect, grow, and thrive. Our hilltop location is near world-class vineyards, the Oregon Shakespeare Festival, and the Brit Music and Arts Festival. Rogue Valley Manor, Southern Oregon's premier Life Plan community.
Top half of inning number 5 from Harry and David Field. That means it is a 5th inning. The 5th inning is brought to you by the Awesome Pool Guy. You need to replace your vinyl pool liner? Call the Awesome Pool Guy, CCB 255-795. 4 runs, 4 hits, 1 error for Solano. No runs, 2 hits, 2 errors for Medford. My name is Brian Welch, the Rogue Streaming Network. Happy to have you aboard wherever you may be tuning in. Mike Schubert riding shotgun tonight on this Saturday evening in the Rogue Valley. Evan Rhoden begins his 5th inning on the hill. 3 strikeouts so far for him tonight, and he faces 5, 6, and 7 in the Solano Mudcats order. Faces Derek Bartram for the 3rd time tonight. Derek leads off the inning, followed by Gilbert Roth and Raphael Hall. And the righty, Evan Rhoden, has done a pretty good job so far. Probably the best performance by a starting pitcher this week for the Rogues pitching staff. We'll talk a little bit about that a little bit later on. Right against right to begin the top of half of inning number 5. First pitch, sweeper, swing and a miss, strike 1. Bartram this evening reached on air in the 2nd. Had an RBI ground out in the 1st. Forrest Zomer last night got the start, going 4 innings on the hill, giving up 9 runs. No balls and a strike from the righty Rhoden. Ground ball past the third baseman, Bo Blake, into left field it goes, down into the corner, rounding first, but puts on the brakes is Bartram, and he reaches on a leadoff single. That's a tough play right there for Bo Blake. Leadoff single. Puts a runner at first base. Leadoff man on, 1 on, nobody out. We are on the road to 5th. Solano 4, Medford nothing. Here's a 6-hitter, Gilbert Roth. Roth 0 for 1 with an error. Medium-sized lead for the leadoff base runner, Bartram. Jackson Rosenthal holding the runner. That was Friday night before Zomer, 4 innings on the hill and gave up 9 runs. First pitch. Fastball finds the outside corner, strike 1. It was Dylan Finelli who got the start on Thursday, 3 2/3 innings. Did not have the best stuff on the hill. Finelli finesse struggled on Thursday, and then Wednesday, Caleb Malloy went 3 innings. Strike 1 pitch, quickly in the hole, no balls and 2 strikes. Roth swings at it, reached on there in the 1st, got all the way to third base, was left stranded, grounded out to Jan Neugebauer, the shortstop, in the 2nd. In the hole, no balls and 2 strikes. 0-2, hits down in the air, sky high, center field. Will Salahar, the center fielder, drifts to his right, makes the one-hand grab for out number 1. Roth flies out to center field for the first out of the inning. 1 on, 1 out. We are in the top half of inning number 5. The Awesome Pool Guy 5th inning. Does your pool or hot tub need repairs? Call the Awesome Pool Guy, CCB 255-795. 4-0 lead for Solano. Here's the left fielder for the Mudcats in the 7th spot, Raphael Hall. He is 0 for 1 with a walk. Rhoden sets up on the first base side of the rubber. And the first pitch. First pitch misses down and in. 1 ball, no strikes. Rogues infield can definitely turn 2. You definitely know the middle infielders, Jan Neugebauer and Daniel Berman, are definitely strategizing about that. They are in double play depth. Right against left, Rhoden sets up on the first base side, 1-0. Clips that outside corner, strike 1, and that has been a nasty pitch there. Evan works with that 3-pitch mix with the fastball, that changeup, and the sweeper. And Rhoden's looking pretty good so far. You want to see a guy who can throw with conviction and can throw it well. 1-1. Fastball elevated, 2 balls, 1 strike. Raphael Hall, the freshman from Santa Barbara City College, the Vaquero. Vaqueros play their home games at Pershing Park, the longtime home of the famous Santa Barbara Foresters out of the CCL. 2 balls and a strike. 2-1, swing and a miss on that sweeper. Nasty pitch by Evan Rhoden. The count goes square. Santa Barbara Foresters now play their home games just up the road at Santa Barbara High School. Foresters always make that trek to the NBC World Series in Wichita. Raphael Hall waits for the 2-2. 2-2, slaps to the right side, gobbled up by Jackson Rosenthal, steps on the bag, the throw over to second base, and the ball hits Derek Bartram, and Derek Bartram stays put at second base. But regardless, second out recorded. Hall grounds out. 3 unassisted for the second out of the inning. 1 on, 2 outs. We are in the road 5th. It's 4-0 lead for the Solano Mudcats. Here's the 8-hitter Christian Rambo from the Solano Mudcats. Mudcats scoring 3 runs in the first, once in the second. Evan Rhoden has done a very good job, excellent job, I should say, in keeping the damage to a minimum tonight. First pitch, sweeper finds that top third, strike 1. And Evan Rhoden going the furthest I think he has so far this season. Evan Rhoden, a 3 or 4 inning guy, trying to get that second out. Clapping at second base is Bartram, trying to distract Evan Rhoden. No balls, 1 strike, the pitch. Fastball lasers in on the outside corner, and the count goes no balls and 2 strikes. Rambo singled in the first, was left stranded there, popped down to the first baseman Jackson Rosenthal in the 3rd inning. Trying to put up another goose egg on the scoreboard for Evan Rhoden and company. No balls, 2 strikes, and fires the pitch home. 0-2, hits that in the air softly, right center field. Tracking it down is Evan Saito, the right fielder. On the run, makes the easy play for out number 3. And the side is retired. No runs, a hit, no errors, 1 left. And how about this? Evan Rhoden and company works around the leadoff base runner, Derek Bartram. He's left on at second base. We head to the home half of inning number 5 right after this. Evan Saito, Will Salahar, and Jonathan Walsh due up. Medford trying to provide a little bit of offense on this beautiful Saturday evening. More of the awesome Pool Guy 5th inning right after this on the Rogue Streaming Network.
Planning to move? Choose Pods, the most awarded container moving company. Whether you're moving across town or across the country, Pods brings the container to you. Keep it as long as you like and pack at your own pace. When you're ready, we'll take it to your new home or store it at a secure pod storage center until you need it. And best of all, you don't have to do the driving. Trust Pods with your next move. Book at pods.com today.
Looking for a place that actually feels like home? Check out Oak Ridge Estates in Phoenix, Oregon. This manufactured home community is selling brand new 3- and 4-bedroom homes with everything ready for you. A full kitchen appliance package, private carports, extra storage, and fresh landscaping all included. It is a whole vibe, pet-friendly, all ages, and packed with perks like a saltwater pool, hot tub, fitness center, playground, and clubhouse. Stop by 300 Lumen Road or call 541-535-6227 to book your tour today. Discover your place to call home at Oak Ridge Estates. Solano 4, Medford nothing. Home half of inning number 5 from Harry and David Field. Happy to have you aboard wherever you may be tuning in. My name is Brian Welch. Mike Schubert riding shotgun on the Rogue Streaming Network. Medford so far this evening, no runs, 2 hits, and 2 errors. And it is a new pitcher on the hill for the Solano Mudcats. And it is a righty taking over the reins. It's David Ortiz, the freshman from Butte College. So Roadrunner hands the ball off to another Roadrunner. And this is the first call to the bullpen this evening, and he faces Evan Saito for the first time this evening. 8-9-1 due up for the Rogues. Evan Saito followed by Will Salahar and Jonathan Walsh. And the first pitch from Ortiz hits Evan Saito. Leadoff hit by pitch for Evan. And that's how you want to start off if you are the Rogues offensively. One on, nobody out. Here's the center fielder, Will Salohar. David Ortiz, the righty, the freshman from Butte, 6'1", 240. And he gets ready to face Will Salohar. Into that final line score, but more importantly, all pitching changes this season and tonight brought to you by KTVL 10, Southern Oregon's home for sports and entertainment. One on, nobody out. We are in the home fifth. Here is the center fielder, Will Salohar, his second trip of the evening. First pitch, finds out bottom third, strike one. David Ortiz on the hill, replacing Carson Thompson. Thompson, 4 innings on the hill. Gave up no hit, no runs, 2 hits, and struck out 1 batter. Strike 1 pitch, misses down and in. 1 ball, 1 strike. David Ortiz this season. 1 ball, 1 strike, throws over to first base, chases back Evan Saito, gets back to the bag, standing up. David Ortiz, ERA 2.25, no wins, no losses, 2 appearances, 4 innings on the hill. Has 2 strikeouts, no walks, 1-1, runner goes, and the fastball spiked into the dirt, rolls over the hill of the pitcher's mound, and Evan Saito swipes second base. A stolen base eliminates the opportunity to turn 2 balls and 1 strike. And right now the Rogues getting aggressive in this late going. And more importantly, in the 5th inning this season, the Rogues have plated 14 runs in 2026, as opposed to opponents plating 1 run, 2-1 pitch, misses outside, 3 balls, 1 strike. Also, you can account towards it being the frozen 5th, and everyone wants free ice cream in the 5th inning to Harry and David Field, or half off ice cream, of course, especially when it gets hot in the Rogue Valley. Ortiz glances at second base, fires a 3-1, chopper to the right side, gobbled up by the first baseman Rambo, speeds to the square, and forces Salohar out at first base. 3 unassisted for the first out of the inning. Evan Saito advances to third base, and the Rogues are in business, and this has been that sticky point so far tonight. 1 on, 1 out. We are in the bottom half of inning number 5. Here's the top of the order guy, the left fielder, Jonathan Walsh. All Solano on this Saturday evening. It's a 4-0 lead for the Mudcats. Game 2 of this 4-game set. And it just feels like it just has to take 1. It has to be 1 hit and 1 run to get this offense moving for the Rogues, which has been pretty stale. Ground ball to the left side. Gobbled up by Stone. The throw over to first base in time for out number 2. And it's a 6-3 RBI ground out. And the Rogues get their first run across this evening. It's a 4-1 lead for Solano. So you move Evan Saito over to second and third. RBI ground out for Jonathan Walsh. Here's a 2-hitter for the Rogues. Daniel Berman playing second base tonight for Medford. Solano 4, Medford 1. Bases empty and 2 outs. Rogues right now offensively trying to capitalize. First pitch, knuckles that right to the second baseman Kennedy on the run for out number 3. And the inning comes to a close, but regardless, Rogues get their first run across this evening. 1 run, no hits, no errors, none left. We have played 5 in the Rogue Valley. That wraps up the Awesome Pool Guy 5th inning. It is a 4-1 lead for Solano. Fast-moving game so far. I did not jinx it. We go to the top half of inning number 6 right after this. Solano 4, Medford 1. More after this on the Rogue Streaming Network. After the game is over, are you looking for more Medford Rogues content? Plank Talk is the official podcast of the Medford Rogues. Hi, this is Brian Welch, the voice of your Rogues. Join me every week as we talk with the players, front office staff, and special guests along the way. Plank Talk drops every week during the season on the same channel you watch the Rogues. We will see you for Plank Talk. As always, go Rogues. Rhoden CN Medford Airport is a proud supporter of Medford Rogues baseball. It's the best place to recharge your batteries in Medford. Enjoy the indoor pool and spa. Don't forget about the workout room as well. Big event or small, their banquet hall has you covered. Plus, Rhoden CN Medford Airport is pet friendly as well. Book a stay at Rhoden CN Medford Airport at RhodenCN.com. Your perfect place in Southern Oregon to eat, play, and stay. Hungry for pizza? Figaro's Pizza has you covered. From pizza to wings and even calzones, there is something for everybody at Figaro's. Order online at figaros.com or stop by our locations in Phoenix and Gold Hill. Check out our newest location, our Take and Bake food trailer in Eagle Point. Locally owned and operated, Figaro supports local schools and sports. Figaro's Pizza, proud supporter of Medford Rogues baseball. Solano 4, Medford 1, top half of inning number 6 from Harry and David Field. Brian Witch back with you on the Rogue Streaming Network. Happy to have you aboard wherever you may be tuning in. Medford plating their first run this evening off the RBI groundout from Jonathan Walsh. Driving in Evan Saito, who led off the inning with a hit by pitch. And Evan Rhoden begins his 6th inning on the hill, faces 9-1-2 in the Mudcats order. Joseph Torres leads off the inning, followed by Ben Kennedy and Brandon Stone. And Evan Rhoden has done pretty good so far this season. Take a look at the YouTube chat right now at the moment. That's right, Karina. Yeah, that the World Cup meal is pretty good. And I didn't even know who the person was either. I showed it to my host mom, Angela, and she was like, she did not know who the person was on the McDonald's World Cup meal. But regardless, we have to go back to work. Top half of inning number 6. Here's Joseph Torres, the center fielder, to lead off the inning. 0 for 2 so far tonight. Ben Kennedy waits on deck. Evan Rhoden works from that first base side of the rubber. First pitch, fastball, swing and a miss, strike 1. Rogues offense has had its moments tonight, but it's been Evan Rhoden keeping this Mudcats batting order in check so far tonight. Strike 1 pitch from Evan. Strike 1 pitch, dots that outside corner, no balls and 2 strikes. You think about what the Rogues did in that first inning, minimizing the damage. It was only a 2-run triple that made it interesting with, Dante Coyote. 0-2, misses upstairs, 1 ball, 2 strikes. But also limit the damage. If you take those 2 errors away in the first 2 innings, it's a totally different game. The Rogues going to have to face the adversity. That's something that the Rogues have done so far this season, facing a lot of adversity this week and especially tonight. 1-2, swing and a miss, strike 3. Torres down on strikes. Evan Rhoden records his 4th punch out of the evening. And that is a nasty pitch by Evan Rhoden, going with the sweeper. Base is empty, 1 out. We go back to the top of the order with Ben Kennedy. Kennedy tonight 1 for 3 so far. It's a 4-1 lead for Solano. Righty digs in, young man from San Jose State. Now his family's listening back home in the Silicon Valley. Played for Pioneer High School in the Silicon Valley. First pitch, fouls it off right side at strike 1. And plays for head coach Brand Sanfilippo. Great coach at San Jose State. A lot of games I've seen between San Jose State and Fresno State over the years. Always a battle between the Spartans and the Bulldogs. No balls, 1 strike, and the pitch. Strike 1 offering, clips that inside corner. Quickly in the hole, no balls and 2 strikes. Kennedy doubled and scored in the first. Flew out to Jonathan Walsh in left field in the second. Struck out in the 4th. No balls and 2 strikes. Ground ball, slow roller up the middle. Taken by Daniel Byrne, throws it over to first base, and the throw is in time. Tough play by Daniel Berman, but he gets Kennedy out at first base. 4-3 on the ground out, 2 up and 2 down in the top half of inning number 6. And this Rogues defense right now playing special on this Saturday evening. So base is empty, 2 outs. We are on the top of 6. Solano 4, Medford 1. Here's the 2-hitter for the Mudcats. The shortstop Brandon Stone has reached on base twice this evening, but 0 for 1 officially. A walk and a hit by pitch. First pitch, fouls it off and hits Chris Ortiz's catcher's mask. Fixes the mask is Chris Ortiz. Strike 1. This is a very intriguing inning if you are Evan Rhoden. Rogue staff and acting head coach and pitching coach Nick Berger giving him the green light. Say, you've been able to find a way to be dominant and be able to keep Solano on the ropes. You stay out there, young man. And this is a big confidence boost for Evan Rhoden. No balls and a strike. Hits that in the air. Towering shot, foul down the right field line. Strike 2. And this performance tonight for Evan Rhoden is a definite job interview for him. Because once you get into league play it's going to be the dog days of summer. You're going to need somebody reliable to pitch well and go long into games. Evan Rhoden looking to try to get another scoreless inning. No balls and 2 strikes. 0-2, misses low and inside at 1 ball, 2 strikes. And after that 3-run first inning, settled in. Only get defense behind him, gave Bonaire in that first and the second. But Evan Rhoden so far has been sturdy as a rock. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and the pitch. 1-2, misses up and in, and the count goes square. And this is a big inning right now. Stone, who drew a walk and scored in the first, hit by a pitch and scored in the second, struck out in the fourth. Infield playing deep around the horn for the Rogues. Outfield playing deep and straight away. Will Salahar a couple of steps into left center. 2-2, breaking ball, called strike 3 on the inside corner. 5 punch outs for Evan Rhoden tonight, and he is feeling himself out on this Saturday evening, making it look easy in the Rogue Valley. Another 1-2-3 inning for Evan Rhoden and company. No runs, no hits, no errors, none left. Rogues defense is doing its job. Can the offense provide some offense? 3, 4, and 5. Larson Custer, Chris Ortiz, and Jada Neugebauer due up. Solano 4, Medford 1. Can the Rogues break this 3-game losing streak? We shall see. More after this on this beautiful Saturday evening in the Rogue Valley, right here on the Rogue Streaming Network. Rogue Green CN Medford Airport is a proud supporter of Medford Rogues baseball. It's the best place to recharge your batteries in Medford. Enjoy the indoor pool and spa. Don't forget about the workout room as well. Big event or small, their banquet hall has you covered. Plus, Rogue Green CN Medford Airport is pet friendly as well. Book a stay at Rogue Green CN Medford Airport at roguegreencn.com. Your perfect place in Southern Oregon to eat, play, and stay. Looking for a place that actually feels like home? Check out Oak Ridge Estates in Phoenix, Oregon. This manufactured home community is selling brand new 3- and 4-bedroom homes with everything ready for you. A full kitchen appliance package, private carports, extra storage, and fresh landscaping all included. It is a whole vibe, pet-friendly, all ages, and packed with perks like a saltwater pool, hot tub, fitness center, playground, and clubhouse. Stop by 300 Lumen Road or call 541-535-6227 to book your tour today. Discover your place to call home at Oak Ridge Estates. Solano 4, Medford 1, home half of inning number 6 from Harry and David Field. Brian Woods back with you on the Rogue Streaming Network. Larson Custer leads off the inning, followed by Chris Ortiz and Jada Neugebauer. 3, 4, and 5 due up in the batting order for the Rogues. 1 run, 2 hits, 2 errors so far for the Rogues tonight. The visitors from Solano, 4 runs, 5 hits, and 1 error. Strike 1 pitch. Hits down the air. Right field tracking it down is Bartam. That's going to drop right in front of him. And Larson Custer leads off the inning with a single. And that is a big inning right now for the Rogues. You think about what the Rogues have done so far tonight. They have had the leadoff man on once, and twice, 3 times, and 4 times. So 4 times so far out of 6. Not bad so far for the Rogues tonight. The question to the other part of the equation is, how do you get runners across? And here's the catcher, Chris Ortiz, a guy who led off the 4th inning. He's 1 for 1 of a walk tonight. Settles in for his 3rd trip of the evening. 4-1 Solano. We are in the bottom half of inning number 6. First pitch. Breaking ball, misses up and in. 1 ball, no strikes. It's David Ortiz facing Chris Ortiz. Not the same last name how it sounds, but Ortiz, Chris. And now I'll put umpire Andrew Herbold wants eye contact from David Ortiz. David Ortiz goes with O-R-T-E-Z. Chris Ortiz goes O-R-T-I-Z. There's your brain teaser for the evening. 1 ball and no strikes. Ground ball to the left side, gobbled up by Stone, underhands it over to second for 1. Kennedy throws it over to first. In time, 6-4-3 twin killing. And the leadoff man, Larson Custer, wiped off the board. So quickly 2 outs in the inning, bases empty. We are on the bottom half of inning number 6. Here's Jaden Neugebauer, 4-1 lead for the Solano Mudcats. Jaden tonight 0 for 2 so far this evening. Rogues need to find a little bit of more offensive productivity on this Saturday evening. You're definitely running out of time. Jackson Rosenthal waits on deck, and a guy who has been fun to watch in this last week, Jaden Neugebauer. He's been in this 5 spot as well. Got into the 6 spot earlier this week. Settles in. First pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. Solano 4, Medford nothing. 4, Medford 1 rather. But infield playing deep around the horn for the Mudcats. Outfield playing deep and straight away. Torres, the center fielder, playing a couple of steps into right center. Rogues so far this evening, it has not been pretty, but you gotta string runs across. Strike 1 pitch. Neugebauer hits it in the air. Center field. Torres on the run. Going to try to track that one down. And the shortstop Stone makes the grab, loses the hat in the process, and the inning comes to a close. No runs, a hit, no errors, 1 left. And we have played 6 in the Rogue Valley. Solano still with a 3-run lead, 4-1 Mudcats. Top half of inning number 7 right after this on the Rogue Streaming Network. Looking to buy or sell in the Rogue Valley? David Case of Windermere Realty has you covered. Windermere Realty has been serving the Rogue Valley for over 30 years. David, a proud husband and father, has been a broker in the Rogue Valley for almost a decade. From residential and rural to commercial, David can handle it all. Contact David Case if you're looking to buy or sell at 541-944-9330. Windermere Realty and David Case, proud supporters of Medford Rogues Baseball.
Discover the Life Plan community in the heart of the Rogue Valley. Here, your days are filled with opportunities to express yourself, engage your mind and body, and share your life with great new friends. You can connect, grow, and thrive. Our hilltop location is near world-class vineyards, the Oregon Shakespeare Festival, and the Brit Music and Arts Festival. Rogue Valley Manor, Southern Oregon's premier Life Plan community.
Top half of inning number 7 from Harry and David Field. Solano 4, Medford 1. Brian Woods with you on the Rogue Streaming Network. Happy to have you aboard wherever you may be tuning in on this Saturday evening in the Rogue Valley. And Evan Rhoden gets the nod for the 7th inning. Faces 3, 4, and 5 in the Mudcats order. Faces Dante Coyote, followed by Zach Goldenberg and Derek Bartram. And you like what you've seen so far from Evan Rhoden tonight. A quality start. Saving the bullpen, preserving a bullpen that has been worked pretty well so far this week. And this is a huge inning right now to get this one across. Rogues pitching staff, Rogues offense has had their moment so far tonight. First offering home from the righty, Evan Rhoden. First pitch, fastball misses up and in, 1 ball, no strikes. Dante Coyote, 2-run triple back in the first. 2 for 3 tonight. Had 1 ball and no strikes. 1 ball, no strikes. Fastball misses outside at 2 balls, no strikes. Coyote 2 for 3 so far. 2-run triple in the first, and he scored off that. Flew out to Evan Saito in the second. Singled in the 4th inning. Was left stranded. 2 balls, no strikes. And the pitch from Rhoden. 2-0, hits it in the air, right field. That drops in front of the right fielder, Evan Saito. And Dante Coyote reaches with a leadoff single. 1 on, nobody out. We are in the top of 7. Here's the DH man, the cleanup hitter for the Mudcats, Zach Goldenberg. Goldenberg tonight 0 for 2 with a walk. Solano 4, Medford 1. Happy to have you aboard wherever you may be tuning in. Flag is still blowing into left field, only probably 5 to 7 miles per hour so far this evening. The shadows are starting to appear at the ballpark. Most of left field is engulfed. Parts of center field still in the sun. And mostly right field is engulfed with the evening sun so far. First pitch, swing and a miss, strike 1 to the righty. Zach Goldenberg, strike 1. Beautiful evening for baseball in the Rogue Valley. Game 3 and 4 tomorrow. Be a 3:35 first pitch. Had to catch myself that, Twin Bill. Getaway day in the Rogue Valley. No balls and a strike. And the pitch from Rhoden. Strike 1 pitch, elevated. 1 ball, 1 strike. Goldenberg tonight, rare strikeout in his first AB in the first. Drew a walk in the second, got all the way around to third base, was left stranded there, flew out to Daniel Berman, second baseman in the fourth. A ball and a strike. Hits down in the air, foul down the first base side. 1 ball, 2 strikes. You never know who's going to be here in the press box. It is Little League night. We've got a couple of Little Leaguers listening in right now. We have a guy who's wearing a Giants hat and a Dodgers shirt. Take that for what you will. More importantly, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Hits down the air, right field on the run is Evan Saito. Going to try to track that one down. That's a fair ball, and Zach Goldenberg digs for 2, and the relay throw is not in time. The ball is still in the corner. Rounding to go to third base is Coyote, and he slides across the plate, and he scores. So Solano gets their first run across since the second inning. It's an RBI triple from Zach Goldenberg, and Zach Goldenberg has loved playing at the dimensions of Harry and David Field. A couple of home runs yesterday and an RBI triple this evening makes it a 5-1 lead for the Mudcats. Mudcats wasting no time, and acting head coach Nick Berger saying it's time to have a pitching change. But a great start and a great outing for the Central Point native, Evan Rhoden, a definite guy in his job interview. Got an opportunity, and he hands the ball off to Wyatt Green. We'll tell you more about Wyatt when we come right back after this. This pitching change this season and tonight brought to you by KTVL 10, Southern Oregon's home for sports and entertainment. 5-1 Solano, runner at third base, nobody out. Top half of inning number 7, more after this on the Rogue Streaming Network.
Planning to move? Choose Pods, the most awarded container moving company. Whether you're moving across town or across the country, Pods brings the container to you. Keep it as long as you like and pack at your own pace. When you're ready, we'll take it to your new home or store it at a secure Pod storage center until you need it. And best of all, you don't have to do the driving. Trust Pods with your next move. Book at pods.com today.
Looking for a place that actually feels like home? Check out Oak Ridge Estates in Phoenix, Oregon. This manufactured home community is selling brand new 3- and 4-bedroom homes with everything ready for you. A full kitchen appliance package, private carports, extra storage, and fresh landscaping all included. It is a whole vibe, pet-friendly, all ages, and packed with perks like a saltwater pool, hot tub, fitness center, playground, and clubhouse. Stop by 300 Lumen Road or call 541-535-6227 to book your tour today. Discover your place to call home at Oak Ridge Estates. Top half of inning number 7, runner at third base. New pitcher in for the Rogues, and it is Wyatt Green. This pitching change brought to you by KTVL 10, Southern Oregon's home for sports and entertainment. Wyatt Green faces Derek Bartram for the first time this evening. It's the first time the Mudcats have scored a run since the second inning off the RBI triple from Zach Goldenberg. His first triple in the series, had a couple of home runs in yesterday's affair. And Derek Bartram settles in, 1 for 2 with an error. First pitch, and that's going to be a line drive into right center, and it drives in Zach Goldenberg from third base. The Rogues infield was closed in but could not do anything about it. So it's 2 runs on 3 hits currently in this inning. And Wyatt Green trying to find a way to slow down this offense, and that has been that type of struggle so far. 6 innings on the hill for Evan Rhoden, 7 hits, 5 runs, 5 strikeouts for him. Did issue 1 walk, 2 walks. Only issued 2 walks tonight, but a season high in the outing. First pitch, strike 1 on the inside third. Wyatt Green this season. Green 6 games, 8 2/3 so far in 2026. 2 hits, 2 runs. Strike 1 pitch, curveball misses down and out. 1 ball, 1 strike. 6 strikeouts, 7 walks. ERA a 6.24, no wins and no losses. But Wyatt Green's the gentle giant from Cal State San Bernardino. Heats that in the air. Left field is Gilbert Roth. That's in the corner, picked up by Jonathan Walsh, the left fielder. Going to third base is Bartram. Puts runners at second and third, so a double off the bat from Roth. Puts runners at second and third, so not the inning right now if you are the Rogues. And nobody out. It's a 5-1 lead for the Mudcats. We are in the top half of inning number 7. Here's the left fielder, Raphael Hall. So a single from Dante Kayati. An RBI triple from Zach Goldenberg. RBI single from Derek Bartram. And now a double from Gilbert Roth. Closes the infield in for the Rogues. 6-1 lead. First pitch. Chops it foul. First base side, strike one. Mudcats offense waking up. 3 runs in the first, 1 run in the second. No balls and a strike. Fastball misses down and out. Down and in, rather. 1 ball, 1 strike. Wyatt Green, guy that has a lot of control on that fastball, can use that curveball, or that changeup rather. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1-1, swing and a miss, strike 2. Infield still closed in for the Rogues. Has been that type of evening so far. Solano has had the upper hand in this series this week. 1-1 popped up in the air. Third base side. Chris Ortiz going to give chase, and he makes the grab, and he drops the ball. We'll do it again. 1 ball and 2 strikes. So runners at second and third. Bartram at third. Roth at second base. Infield still closed in for the Rogues. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Green works on the first base side. 1-2, ground ball to the right side, and it goes foul. We'll do it again. But the best start of the week from a pitcher from the Rogues. Evan Rhoden, 6 innings on the hill. But more importantly, we're going to talk about the out-of-town scoreboard. That's brought to you by Kramer Cabinets. We'll give you that after this 1-2 pitch from Wyatt Green. Works on the first base side and pitch. 1-2, chopper, tracks it down as Daniel Berman, and he throws it over to first base. Wanted to throw it to home, but an RBI groundout from Raphael Hall, 4-3 on the groundout, drives in the 3rd run of the inning, and now it's a 7-1 lead. It puts the runner at third base of Gilbert Roth. Still less than 2 outs. You can definitely drive a run in, trade a run for an out. Here's Christian Rambo. Rambo 1 for 3 tonight. Infield still closed in. First pitch, fouls it off to the screen. Strike 1. Downtown scoreboard brought to you by Kramer Cabinets. A couple of games going on currently in the top of the 8th inning. Healdsburg out in front 9-2 against the West Coast Kings. Top half of inning number 6, strike 1 pitch. Fastball lasers in on the inside corner, strike 2. The out-of-town Stockton Pearls make it in the game. 6-4 against the Humboldt Crabs. Top half of inning number 6. Humboldt not having the best week, dropping the rubber game to the Lincoln Potters a couple of days ago. Chopper to that third base side. We'll do it again. Still no balls and 2 strikes. And currently in the bottom half of inning number 6 at McBean Park, Lincoln leads 6-0 against Marysville. So a lot of interesting games going on right now. Everybody except for Humboldt in league play. 0-2, swing and a miss. And he down on strikes is Rambo. So a quick second out recorded, and that is the first strikeout for Wyatt Green in relief tonight. 1 on, 2 outs. We're on the top of 7. Solano leading 7-1 against Medford. Game 2 of this 4-game set will be underway tomorrow for Game 1 of our doubleheader, Game 3 of the set. And now home plate umpire Andrew Herbold cleans home plate. Let's pause the action, brought to you by Figaro's Pizza. From pizza to wings, even calzones, Figaro's Pizza has you covered. Order online at figaros.com or come by our locations in Phoenix, Gold Hill, and our newest location, Eagle Point. Locally owned and operated, and a proud supporter of sports and your Rogues. First pitch finds the inside third, strike 1 to the lefty, Joseph Torres. 0 for 3 tonight for the Mudcats. Runner at third base, that's Gilbert Roth. We are on the top of 7. Strike 1 pitch, fouls it off behind the dish. Quickly in the hole, no balls and 2 strikes. Marysville will be here in the Rogue Valley the 3rd, the 4th, and in the 5th of July. 0-2, swing and a miss, strike 3, back-to-back Ks for Wyatt Green, and the Rogues minimize the damage. 3 runs come across on 4 hits, no errors, and actually my apologies, 1 error and 1 left. Gilbert Roth left on at third base. It is time to stretch in the Rogue Valley. Solano pulling ahead in game 2 of this 4-game set. 7-1 Mudcats do it for the Rogues in the bottom half of inning number 7. Jackson Rosenthal, Bo Blake, and Evan Saito will try to make a late charge on this Saturday evening in the Rogue Valley. Solano 7, Medford 1. More after this on the Rogue Streaming Network. After the game is over, are you looking for more Medford Rogues content? Plank Talk is the official podcast of the Medford Rogues. Hi, this is Brian Welch, the voice of your Rogues. Join me every week as we talk with the players, front office staff, and special guests along the way. Plank Talk drops every week during the season on the same channel you watch the Rogues. We will see you for Plank Talk. As always, go Rogues. Rhoden CN Medford Airport is a proud supporter of Medford Rogues baseball. It's the best place to recharge your batteries in Medford. Enjoy the indoor pool and spa. Don't forget about the workout room as well. Big event or small, their banquet hall has you covered. Plus, Rhoden CN Medford Airport is pet friendly as well. Book a stay at Rhoden CN Medford Airport at rhodencn.com. Your perfect place in Southern Oregon to eat, play, and stay. Hungry for pizza? Figaro's Pizza has you covered. From pizza to wings and even calzones, there is something for everybody at Figaro's. Order online at figaros.com or stop by our locations in Phoenix and Gold Hill. Check out our newest location, our Take and Bake food trailer in Eagle Point. Locally owned and operated, Figaro's supports local schools and sports. Figaro's Pizza, proud supporter of Medford Rogues baseball. Home half of inning number 7 from Harry and David Fields. The visitors from Solano, the Mudcats 7, Medford 1. Brian Welch back with you in the Rogue Streaming Network. Jackson Rosenthal leads off the inning, followed by Bo Blake and Evan Saito. Happy to have you aboard wherever you may be tuning in. We are brought to you by the Awesome Pool Guy. Does your pool or hot tub need repairs? Call the Awesome Pool Guy, CCB 255-795. Jackson Rosenthal tonight, 0 for 2 so far, faces David Ortiz for the first time this evening. First pitch misses outside, 1 ball, no strikes. 7 runs, 9 hits, 1 error for the Mudcats. 1 run, 3 hits, and 3 errors committed by the Rogues. 1-0 pitch, misses low, 2 balls, no strikes. Jackson Rosenthal grounded out to the third baseman Coyote in the second. Ground out to the shortstop Stone in the fourth. Works on that first base side of the rubber is Ortiz. 2-0 pitch, breaking ball. Clips that outside corner, strike 1. Ortiz works on that first base side, 2 balls, 1 strike. 2-1, ground ball, foul to the first base side. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Get going at 3:15 tomorrow for the Awesome Pool Guy on Deck show. Twin bill, pair of 7-inning games. And the Rogues trying to snap a losing streak, currently at 3, 2-2. Fastball misses outside. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Just a perfect evening for baseball in the Rogue Valley. Glacier blue sky starting to disappear. Lights are turned on at the ballpark. A stellar Saturday evening. 3-2 pitch, hits it in the air. Right center field on the run is Torres, the center fielder. And Jackson Rosenthal flies out for out number 1. Rosenthal flies out for the first out of the inning. Bases empty, 1 out. We are on the bottom of 7. Here's the third baseman, Bo Blake. 0 for 1 of a walk so far tonight. 7-1 Solano. Game 2 of this 4-game set. And it has been that type of week. Rogues have not won this week. 3-game losing streak, trying to not be a 4-game losing streak. The longest Rogues have had in league play was a 10-game losing streak. First pitch, breaking ball, finds the inside corner, strike 1 to Bo Blake. 0 for 1 so far of a walk. Rogues were on a 10-game losing streak, and ironically, started after the Fresno series last year. Strike one pitch, slider, swing and a miss, strike two. Rogues saw Humboldt for 3 and Lincoln for 3 on a 6-game losing streak, heading into the road trip against the Healdsburg Prune Packers. Prune Packers swept the Rogues in Northern California. No balls and 2 strikes. Fastball misses inside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Rogues dropped game 1 of the set against the Lincoln Potters and then answered back in game 2 and found a way to win in a crazy game at Lincoln. 1-2, hooked foul down the third base side, and it goes out of play. We'll do it again, still 1 ball and 2 strikes. And what I mean, and that was a crazy game back and forth at McBean. Rogues got across the finish line, but they did drop the rubber game that next night at McBean. But they did win the rubber game against the West Coast Kings. The West Coast Kings come to town on Tuesday. 1-2. Hits down the air as Bo Blake pops it up, third base side. Coyote tracking it down, makes the grab at the fence in foul territory. Coyote making it look easy. And the third baseman for the Mudcats robs Blake. So quickly 2 up and 2 down in the home 7th. Base is empty, 2 outs. We are the bottom half, inning number 7. 7-1 lead for the Mudcats. Here's the right fielder, Evan Saito. Hit by pitch. He's 0 for 1 so far this evening. And that has been that type of evening at the ballpark. Rogues trying to catch a break offensively, but just can't get it across. First pitch, misses low. 1 ball, no strikes. West Coast Kings come to town Tuesday and Wednesday. Rogues will try to find a way to get back in the win column tomorrow on that double dip. Twin bill against the Solano Mudcats. 1 ball, no strikes. 1-0, misses outside at 2 balls, no strikes. And then an off day on Thursday. That's the golf day. Jacob Seitz and I will be golfing. It's going to be a very fun time. Jacob and I, pair of lefties. Good time at Laurel Hill. 2 balls, no strikes. Breaking ball misses inside. 3 balls, no strikes. Trying to be our best golfer. Think about your favorite PGA player on the tour, and then we try to be like that. It doesn't really work, but hey, it's having a good time. 3 balls and no strikes. Ortiz delivers. 3-0, clips that top third. 3 balls, 1 strike. Saito tonight growing into a 6-4-3 twin killing in the 2nd, hit by a pitch in the 5th, and scored. Three and 1. Swing and a miss, strike 2 on the curveball, and that's been the pitch that has been enticing for the Rogues so far in this series. Remember from the starter Castor last night for the Mudcats, had a low velo, but just dominated. Just kept hitters off balance, and Ortiz doing the same thing right now. 3-2, line drive, hooks foul, third base side. We'll do it again. Sun about to set in Oregon. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch from Ortiz. 3-2, misses low, ball 4. Evan Saito takes first. 2 out, base runner on for the Rogues. And right now the Rogues trying to cook something up. 1 on, 2 outs. We are in the bottom of 7. Here's the center fielder, Will Sallow. Actually, my apologies. Anthony Thomas Jr. takes over. So first at bat for Anthony Thomas Jr. this evening. Places Will Salahar. Rogues going to try to shuffle the deck and try to provide a little bit of an offensive pop. 7-1 Solano. Anthony Thomas Jr. was the catcher last night. Drew a pair of walks in that 6th and in the 8th inning. Rogues are not in slam range right now. They trail by 6, 7-1 against Solano, but going to put some pressure on the reliever. David Ortiz throw over to first base. Gets back to the bag. Standing up is Evan Saito. Runner goes. First pitch outside, the throw to second base, and the throw's not in time. Evan Saito swipes second base. And that's a big play there to eliminate the opportunity to turn 2. And the Rogues are in business right now. ball, no strikes. The pitch to Anthony Thomas Jr. Swing and a miss, strike one. Anthony this season a 200 hitter. 3 home runs so far in 2026. Trying to get a home run now. If he can get a home run now, can definitely change the momentum in this game. Rogues putting only 1 run. And this game was back in that 5th inning. Off the RBI groundout from Jonathan Walsh, driving in Evan Saito. 1 ball and a strike. Ortiz looks at second base, now fires a 1-1. Fastball. This is outside. 2 balls, 1 strike. Game 3 and 4 tomorrow. We'll have that for you on the Rogues Streaming Network. 2 balls, 1 strike. And the pitch. 2-1. Fastball clips the outside corner. And the count goes square. Now deuce is wild. Anthony Thomas Jr. steps out of the batter's box, climbs back in. Ortiz works from the first base side of the rubber. Evan Saito at second base, medium-sized lead. Kennedy, second baseman in right center. 2-2 pitch, misses outside, and the count fills. Payoff pitch upcoming. Ortiz delivers. 3-2, swing and a miss, strike 3. Anthony Thomas Jr. down on strikes, and the inning comes to a close. No runs, no hits, no errors. 1 left. Evan Saito left on at second base. We have played 7 in the Rogue Valley. Solano leading 7-1 against the Rogues. More after this on the Rogue Streaming Network. Green CN Medford Airport is a proud supporter of Medford Rogues baseball. It's the best place to recharge your batteries in Medford. Enjoy the indoor pool and spa. Don't forget about the workout room as well. Big event or small, their banquet hall has you covered. Plus, Green CN Medford Airport is pet friendly as well. Book a stay at Green CN Medford Airport at rogreencn.com. Your perfect place in Southern Oregon to eat, play, and stay. Looking for a place that actually feels like home? Check out Oak Ridge Estates in Phoenix, Oregon. This manufactured home community is selling brand new 3- and 4-bedroom homes with everything ready for you. A full kitchen appliance package, private carports, extra storage, and fresh landscaping all included. It is a whole vibe, pet-friendly, all ages, and packed with perks like a saltwater pool, hot tub, fitness center, playground, and clubhouse. Stop by 300 Lumen Road or call 541-535-6227 to book your tour today. Discover your place to call home at Oak Ridge Estates.
Inning for Solano, second baseman number 1.
New pitcher in for Medford, top half of inning number 8 from Harry and David Field. Preston Daniels takes over from the reliever Wyatt Green. This pitching change brought to you by KTVL 10, Southern Oregon's home for sports and entertainment. Preston Daniels faces Ben Kennedy. First pitch, fastball, clips that outside corner, strike 1. 1, 2, and 3 due up for the Mudcats. Kennedy followed by Stone and Chiatti. Preston Daniels, third arm used so far this evening. Strike 1 pitch. Hit line drive, center field, a base hit. Ben Kennedy's aboard with a leadoff single. Mudcats have been pretty good so far this weekend, swinging early in counts. And Ben Kennedy's aboard with a leadoff single. Get the numbers for Wyatt Green. 1 inning on the hill, 4 hits, 3 runs, no errors, no walks, and 2 strikeouts for him. Total of 7 Ks in this for this pitching staff so far this evening. And Preston Daniels gets an opportunity. Trying to turn 2. Throws over to first base. That nasty pickoff move. Gets back to the bag with a head first slide is Ben Kennedy. The thing is, Preston Daniels, 3 games, no starts, 3 2/3 innings on the hill. 4 strikeouts, 2 walks. 2.45 earned run average. First pitch, fastball misses outside, 1 ball, no strikes. 7 runs, 10 hits, 1 error for the Mudcats. 1 run, 3 hits, 3 errors for the Medford Rogues. 1-0, spoiled foul down the first base side. 1 ball, 1 strike. You think about how this team has played so far. Evan Rhoden keeping the Mudcats in check. 6 innings on the hill, 7 hits, 5 runs, 2 walks, and 5 strikeouts to his credit. Has been the fun part so far. Throw over to first base, try to get Kennedy out. Gets packed to the bag with that head first slide. Preston Daniels, first time ever in Medford Rogues history. 1-1. Fastball misses up and out. 2 balls, 1 strike. Had it 3 pickoffs in a series. Think about that against the Fresno A's. Preston Daniels having those pickoffs changed the momentum of how the game went that night. Daniels sets up on the first base side of the rubber. Rocks and the 2-1. Fastball swing and a miss. The throw over to first base, and the throw not in time. But a good heads-up play by Chris Ortiz. So Preston Daniels has that fastball. Has been able to use that so far this evening. Third pitcher used so far, trying to limit the damage. Solano plating 3 runs in the top of the 7th inning. Infield playing deep around the horn. New right fielder for the Rogues, replacing Evan Saito's Diego Grabiel. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2-2, hits it in the air. Shallow right center field. That is going to drop right down for a hit. And it's back-to-back singles for the Solano Mudcats. Runners at first and second. 2 on, nobody out. We are on the top of 8. 7-1 lead for the Mudcats. Here is the 3-hitter, Dante Chiatti, third baseman tonight for the Mudcats. 7-1 lead currently for the Solano Mudcats. And now a quick conversation between Chris Ortiz and his battery mate, Preston Daniels. This pause the action is brought to you by the Awesome Pool Guy. Need to replace your vinyl pool liner? Call the Awesome Pool Guy, CCB 255-795. 2 on, nobody out. We are in the road 8th. 7-1 lead for the Solano Mudcats. Ben Kennedy at second base. Brandon Stone at first base. Dante Chiatti trying to provide a little bit of more insurance to the Mudcats in this 8th inning. And the Rogues have had to find ways to limit the bleeding in Game 2 of this 4-game set. Rogues on the verge of going on a 4-game losing streak. First pitch. Fastball lasers in on the inside corner. Strike 1. Think about how this week started. Struggling against the California Tigers Wednesday, struggling against the Tigers on Thursday. Opening up the series last night against the Solano Mudcats. Strike 1 pitch upcoming. Fastball misses down and out. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the type of evening, starting pitching had its woes. Go back to Forrest Zelmer's start yesterday. 4 innings, 9 runs. A ball and a strike. Fastball lasers in on the inside corner, strike 2. And for me, you look at it, the Rogues have the opportunities, but when the pitching staff does not perform to their best ability, it lets the air out of the tires. 1-2. This is up and in. 2 balls and 2 strikes to the righty, Dante Chiatti. 2-run triple in the first, flew out to right field in the second. Singled in the 4th, singled and scored in the 7th. But it lets the air out of the tires of the offense. 2-2. Fastball misses outside and the count fills. So you think about in the last games, might be a correlation. Pitching staff struggles, inflicts the woes of the offense. That's just something to think about. 3-2 home. 3-2, ground ball to the right side. Gobble. The ball gets past Daniel Berman in the right center. Rounding third, racing towards home is Kennedy. A score, standing up. The ball squirts past, and the Rogues will have to track that one down, so it is an extra base hit. But regardless, it's another run across for this game, and it's not an easy one so far. It's an 8-1 lead for Solano. So an error committed during that throw, so officially an E4, but ball went out of play, so he goes to second base. Is Chiatti. Here's the cleanup hitter for the Mudcats, Zach Goldenberg. Goldenberg this evening, 1 for 3. Ignited that 7th inning. Now the infield closes in. Runners at second and third now. And what a game we've seen. Mudcats have capitalized. The question is, how did the Mudcats stack up against the Hillsburg Prune Packers? Ground ball to the left side, picked up by Jay Neugebauer, throws it at the dish, and escapes past Chris Ortiz. And route one runs easily in, going towards home is Kayate. He scores. It's a 2-run double, and it's chaotic in the 8th inning for the Rogues defensively. So a tough one already in this inning. So back-to-back innings where the Mudcats have at least scored 3 runs. It's a 10-1 lead, and Preston Daniels is very visibly upset on the hill. It was starting to be a good night. Now it has gone downhill. Nick Berger, the acting head coach, takes the car keys away, and Preston Daniels not happy with himself. New pitcher in. We'll tell you who he is when we come right back after this. One of the newest Medford Rogues into the game with a runner at second base and nobody out. 10-1 Solano, top half of inning number 8. More after this on the Rogue Streaming Network. Looking to buy or sell in the Rogue Valley? David Case of Windermere Realty has you covered. Windermere Realty has been serving the Rogue Valley for over 30 years. David, a proud husband and father, has been a broker in the Rogue Valley for almost a decade. From residential and rural to commercial, David can handle it all. Contact David Case if you're looking to buy or sell at 541-944-9330. Windermere Realty and David Case, proud supporters of Medford Rogues Baseball.
Discover the Life Plan community in the heart of the Rogue Valley. Here, your days are filled with opportunities to express yourself, engage your mind and body, and share your life with great new friends. You can connect, grow, and thrive. Our hilltop location is near world-class vineyards, the Oregon Shakespeare Festival, and the Brit Music and Arts Festival. Rogue Valley Manor, Southern Oregon's premier Life Plan community.
New pitcher in for the Medford Rogues. It is one of the newest Rogues. Eric Hernandez, 6'2", 210 righty. From Gilroy, California, getting his world tosses in right now. Currently uncommitted for a school. This pitching change is brought to you by our good friends at KTVL 10. Southern Oregon's home for sports and entertainment. Rogues so far in this game. Evan Rhoden, who got the start, limit the damage until the 7th inning, giving up that 3 spot. But more importantly, it was Wyatt Green got it across with the 1 innings with getting a pair of strikeouts. Preston Daniels handed the ball, but giving up 3 runs, no hits, and 3 errors. And now Eric Hernandez looks to try to fan the flames on this Saturday evening in the Rogue Valley. One of a runner at second base and 1 out, nobody out rather. 10-1 lead for the Solano Mudcats. Tough one so far this evening. And if you are the Rogues, this is kind of a job interview right now for Eric Hernandez, trying to be a staple in this bullpen. And Eric Hernandez faces Derek Bartram for the first time this evening. And it is Derek Bartram for his 5th at-bat of the night. Hernandez sets up shop on the first base side of the rubber. Infield playing deep around the horn. Outfield playing deep and straight away. It's Walsh, Salahar, and Grabiel now replacing Evan Saito. Gets the signal from Chris Ortiz. Glances at second base. That's Zach Goldenberg. He's had a good night so far at the dish. First pitch. Fouls it off. Right side. Strike 1. High velo by Eric Hernandez already. No balls and 1 strike. Derek Bartram, 6'3" RBI ground out in the first. Reached on an error in the second. Singled in the 5th. Got over to second base in that inning, but could not get a runner. Could not get across. RBI singled and scored in the 7th inning. No balls, 1 strike. Glances at second base as Hernandez fires a strike 1 pitch. Misses up and in. 1 ball, 1 strike. Definite, you can see Eric Hernandez throws a lot of conviction. Guy who grew up in Gilroy, California. Gilroy, the capital of garlic. The world's capital of garlic. If you're a big fan of garlic, most of the garlic is processed in that community. 1 ball, 1 strike. Glances at second base and fires the 1-1. Fastball swing and a miss, strike 2. Like what Eric Hernandez has done so far. In Gilroy, there's a go east on the 152 in California. You find a place called Casa de Fruta. I bet Eric's family's ears just perked up when I said that. Runner at second base, big lead for Goldenberg. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and the pitch from Eric. 1-2, high chopper to the right side, takes it as Daniel Berman, the throw over to first base, and Jackson Rosenthal can't dig it out. Rounding third, racing towards home was Goldenberg. He scores easily. So it was a tough play for Daniel Berman at second base. So the 6th error committed this evening. The 4th error committed in this inning. And it's a 10-run lead for the Mudcats. 11-1 Solano. So runner at first base. Still nobody out. Eric Hernandez gets to work now. Works on that first base side of the river. Gets the glance and the first pitch. Fastball swing and a miss. Strike 1. And Casa de Fruta has a little bit of everything. Has fruit, has a diner that has some really good cherry pie. Good food all around. Hernandez works on that first base side. Has a lot of confidence. Strike 1 pitch. Good breaking ball, finds the inside corner. Quickly in the hole, no balls and 2 strikes is Roth. Roth tonight reached on air in the first, ground out to the shortstop Neugebauer in the second. Flew out the Will Salahar in the 5th inning, doubled in the 7th, got all the way to the third base, but could not get across. In the hole 0-2. 0-2, fastball, swing and a miss, strike 3. Eric Hernandez gets his first strikeout in relief. Welcome to the Medford Rogues, Eric Hernandez. So the first out finally recorded. And right now you definitely like the velocity by Eric Hernandez. Here's Raphael Hall, the left fielder tonight for the Mudcats. His 5th at-bat of the evening. 11-1 lead for Solano. We are on the road 8th. Runner at first base, that's Derek Bartram. Small lead for him. First pitch, raking ball finds the outside corner, strike 1. Hall tonight got on base in the first, was left stranded at second base, ground out. Pair of times to the first baseman, Jackson Rosenthal in the 3rd and in the 5th inning. And ground out to Daniel Berman in the 7th. Strike 1 pitch upcoming from Eric Hernandez. Strike 1 pitch. This is outside at 1 ball, 1 strike. We will be live from Ferment Fire on Monday afternoon, 4:30 to 5:30 in Central Point. 1-1. Fastball misses inside at 2 balls, 1 strike. It has been the tough one so far. Two balls, 1 strike. Hernandez gets the glance and the 1-2. Fastball elevated, 3 balls, 1 strike. It was smooth sailing to start off the inning. 4 batters. Preston Daniels saw, gave up 4 runs, well technically 3 runs rather, but just trying to limit the damage on this Saturday evening. 3 balls, 1 strike. Fastball fouls it off. The count fills. Eric Hernandez's brother played at CSU Monterey Bay. Family from Gilroy. Guy who likes Salinas as well. Salinas is called the salad. It's the capital of the world for salad. So like a lot of lettuce is grown in the Salinas Valley. A lot of celery is grown there. A lot of the food you see in the grocery store has that grown in Salinas. Ground ball to the right side, takes on a couple of hops as Daniel Berman scoops it up, the throw to first, and the throw's not in time, says the first base umpire, Greg Jaquette. And now Raphael Hall gets aboard of an infield single, puts runners at first and second. And Solano leading by 10, 11-1 in the 8th inning. You can definitely turn 2 if you are the Rogues. Here's the 8-hitter, Christian Rambo, I should say. A tough evening in the Rogue Valley. It has not gone the Rogues' way in Game 2 of this 4-game set. Eric Hernandez glances at second base, now fires the first pitch. First pitch, swing and a miss, strike one. Rambo tonight singled in the first, popped out to Jackson Rosenthal, the first baseman in the third. Flew out to Evan Saito in the fifth. In right field, struck out in the seventh inning. Courtesy of Wyatt Green. Strike one pitch. Fastball lasers in on the outside corner. Clean the hole, no balls and 2 strikes as Rambo. Joseph Torres waits on deck. Oh, 0-2. Fastball up and out. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Let's go to the out-of-town scoreboard, brought to you by Kramer Cabinets. Couple of games already going on, and a couple of games have already gone final on this Saturday evening on the West Coast. Runners at first and second, 1 out. You can definitely turn 2 if you are the Rogues. 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss on the curveball. Rambo down on strike. Second strikeout for Eric Hernandez tonight in relief. So 2 on and 2 outs. We are in the top of 8. 11-1 lead for Solano. Here's the 9-hitter Joseph Torres, center fielder, 0 for 4 tonight. Struck out 3 times. And how about the upset brewing at the Arcata Ballpark? 9-4 Stockton against Humboldt. Guys, that's in the 7th inning. First pitch, fastball misses inside at 1 ball, no strikes. Final score in league play, Prune Packers win at 9-2 against the West Coast Kings. So Healdsburg jumps to 3-1 in league action. 1 ball, no strikes. The pitch, 1-0, fastball elevated, 2 balls, no strikes. West Coast Kings drop to 3-3 overall. If Solano keeps this up, they'll be the undefeated team in the league, and probably the hottest team possibly to face Healdsburg in the next couple of weeks. 0-2 pitch, leans out of the way. 3 balls, no strikes. Just curious. See what Healdsburg has on their schedule. .30 pitch, finds the outer third, 3 balls, 1 strike. 3-1 in league play. See the California Tigers tomorrow, 6 p.m. against the Lincoln Potters on Tuesday, against the Bay Area Marauders on Wednesday. This is the Healdsburg schedule. 3 balls and a strike. 3-1, swing and a miss, strike 2, and the count fills. And this is a Healdsburg squad that does not see Solano until July 11th for a 3-game set. Once at their place at Rec Park, twice in Solano. 3 balls, 2 strikes. 3-2, fouls it off. Runners did go on that one. And they see Solano on the 24th and the 26th to close out the regular season. So if Solano keeps playing the way they are, it's a collision course between the Mudcats and the Prune Packers, but it's still early going. You heard from Kyle Stafford talk about that in the Awesome Pool Guy on Deck show. We're not counting our chickens before they hatch in that regard. We're not going to get too excited. Payoff pitch. Ground ball to the right side. Jackson Rosenthal, the first baseman, gloves it, speeds to the pillow himself, and steps on the bag for out number 3. For the 2nd inning tonight, they send 9 batters to the dish, and they plate 4 runs for the Solano Mudcats. 4 runs come across. No hits, 4 errors, and 2 left on. Derek Bartram left on, and Raphael Hall left on as well. We head to the home half of inning number 8. Right after this, due up for the Rogues, Jonathan Walsh, Daniel Berman, and Larson Custer. 10-run lead for the Mudcats. More after this on the Rogue Streaming Network.
Planning to move? Choose Pods, the most awarded container moving company. Whether you're moving across town or across the country, Pods brings the container to you. Keep it as long as you like and pack at your own pace. When you're ready, we'll take it to your new home or store it at a secure pod storage center until you need it. And best of all, you don't have to do the driving. Trust Pods with your next move. Book at pods.com today.
Looking for a place that actually feels like home? Check out Oak Ridge Estates in Phoenix, Oregon. This manufactured home community is selling brand new 3- and 4-bedroom homes with everything ready for you. A full kitchen appliance package, private carports, extra storage, and fresh landscaping all included. It is a whole vibe, pet-friendly, all ages, and packed with perks like a saltwater pool, hot tub, fitness center, playground, and clubhouse. Stop by 300 Lumen Road or call 541-535-6227 to book your tour today. Discover your place to call home at Oak Ridge Estates. Home half of inning number 8 from Harry and David Field. All Mudcats on this Saturday evening. It's an 11-1 lead for the Mudcats against the Rogues. Jonathan Walsh leads off the inning, followed by Travis Finney and Larson Custer. First pitch, fastball misses down and out. 1 ball, no strikes. Jonathan Walsh so far this evening 1 for 3 with an RBI. Walsh singled it in the first, got over to second base, could not get across. 1-0. Ortiz hits that in the air, left field going back as Hall, the left fielder, stops, makes the one-hand grab for out number 1. Walsh flies out the left field for the first out of the inning. Base is empty, 1 out. Here's Travis Finney for his first at-bat of the evening. 11-1 lead for the Solano Mudcats on this Saturday evening in the Rogue Valley. Mudcats opening up the floodgates. 3 runs in the first, 1 run in the second. Rogues found a way to calm the bats down in the third, the fourth, the fifth, and in the 6th inning. And the floodgates open. 7 runs in 2 innings. 3 runs in the 7th, 4 runs in the 8th. First pitch to Travis Finney. Misses inside, 1 ball, no strikes. Travis Finney this season, a .450 hitter. No home runs, 3 RBIs. And 1 ball and no strikes. 1 ball, no strikes. One ball and 1 strike. 1-1, misses out, down and out. 2 balls, 1 strike. It's going to be a pretty light post-game show. Rogues offensively they've had their moments tonight. 2-1, fouls it off. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And getting back to the conversation about the World Cup fever in the United States. United States taking on the Australian team. Travis Finney, Australian, guy from down under. There was a lot of trash talk going on between the guys about the World Cup. A friendly trash talk, of course. 2-2 pitch, misses inside, and the count fills. So it was fun talking to Travis yesterday, talking about that match that happened just up the road in Seattle. Payoff pitch. Fastball bounces downstairs. Travis Finney takes first. 1 out, base runner on. Travis Finney takes first. 1 on, 1 out. We are in the bottom of 8. Here is the DH man. It's Max Shabasteri. Max Shabasteri gets his first at-bat, so Travis Finney gets his first at-bat. He draws a walk, and Max Shabasteri climbs in for his first trip, replacing Larson Custer. Shabasteri this season a .150 hitter. Goes to work now. First pitch. It finds the inside corner. Strike 1. And he's hit by the pitch. And Max Shabasteri takes first. So a walk from Travis Finney, a hit by pitch by Max Shabasteri. And now puts 2 on and 1 out in the home half of inning number 8. You can definitely feel a little bit of momentum changing, but it's the home half of inning number 8. Here's Chris Ortiz ready to go to work for his fourth trip of the evening. 1 for 2 of a walk on this Saturday evening in the Rogue Valley. Rogues offense has had its moments tonight. Trey Kotze waits on deck. The Rogues got to find a way to capitalize. Finney at second base, Shamasteri at first. First pitch, fastball, misses outside, a 1 ball, no strikes. Think about how this game has went. 1 run, 3 hits, 7 errors. Tough for the Rogues already. Not the night if you are the Rogues, but come back tomorrow and you can battle it out. 1 ball, no strikes. Finds that top third. 1 ball, 1 strike. That'll be tomorrow at 3:35 p.m. We'll get going at 3:15 for the Awesome Pool Guy on Deck show. It is going to be a Father's Day doubleheader, something that the Rogues and the Mudcats do every year since these two teams have been in the Pacific Empire League. 1-1, ground ball to left side, escapes into left field, rounding third, racing towards home is Travis Finney. He scores standing up. RBI single for Chris Ortiz, and the Rogues crack into the run column for the first time since the 5th inning. Rogues offensively have been lifeless since that 5th inning, but Chris Ortiz finding a way to get it across. So it's an 11-2 lead for Solano. We are in the bottom half of inning number 8. But more importantly, Chris Ortiz, one of the veteran leaders in this dugout, gets ready at first base, and he gets a big RBI single. Trey Kotze settles in, and now Chris Ortiz we're gonna have a pinch runner coming in for him. Evan Chadwick takes over. So Evan Chadwick runs for Ortiz.
Going in to pinch run at first base for the Rogues, uncommitted for a school.
So Shamasteri to second, Ortiz, and now Evan Chadwick at first base. 11-2 lead for the Mudcats. Home half of inning number 8. Rogues just need to find a way to keep the offense running. First pitch, Trey Kotze binds up on a third, strike 1. Trey Kotze at the dish. Trey Kotze, 174 hitter so far this season. Ortiz, strike 1 pitch, hits it in the air. Right field, Bartram tracking it down, and that trails foul. Lands on the grass berm on the first base side. Quickly in the hole, no balls, and 2 strikes. So it is Trey Kotze replacing Jan Neugebauer. So the third pinch hitter in this inning, well, technically 4th substitution in total. 0-2 pitch, breaking ball, misses upstairs, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Think about the pinch runner with Evan Chadwick at first base. Max Shamasteri getting aboard with a hit by pitch. It was Travis Finney who was hit, got a walk. Fouls it off. We'll do it again. Still 1 ball and 2 strikes. And it's going to be a tough one. Tough sledding in the next couple of weeks. Have a 2-game set against the West Coast Kings Tuesday and Wednesday, and then you tangle with the Healdsburg Prune Packers. So there's always that saying, into the frying pan and out of the frying pan. One of those sayings that it fits perfectly with the Rogue situation so far. But the Rogues going to try to turn it around tomorrow. Rogues making this interesting right now. 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss. And it's down on strikes is Trey Kotze. Second strikeout for the reliever. For David Ortiz. 2 on, 2 outs. We are on the bottom of 8. Solano 11, Medford 2. Here's Jackson Rosenthal ready to climb in for his 4th trip of the night. 0 for 3. Lefty stands in. Rogue squad trying to close this night out on a positive on a frustrating evening. First pitch slider misses inside at 1 ball, no strikes. Rosenthal grounded out. Tikiati in the first inning, the third baseman grounded out to Kennedy, the second baseman, and flew out to close the book on the 6th inning. 1-0, breaking ball, pours in for a strike on the outside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike. It's going to be a very fun afternoon at Ferment and Fire. Jacob Seitz joins us for the first 10 minutes. Wyatt Green joins us. Will Salahar, Jaden Neugebauer joins us. And Hayden Kendrick joins us as well. Ground ball to the right side, gobbled up by Rambo. Rambo jogs to the square and gets the out for out number 3. And the inning comes to a close. 1 run comes across on 1 hit. No errors. And the Rogues leave 2 on. Max Shabasteri left on at second base. Evan Chadwick at first base. Pinch running for Chris Ortiz. Ortiz with the RBI single, making it a 9-run game. 11-2 Solano. We have played 8 in the Rogue Valley. Last call from the Mudcats and the Rogues when we come right back after this. More after this on the Rogue Streaming Network. After the game is over, are you looking for more Medford Rogues content? Plank Talk is the official podcast of the Medford Rogues. Hi, this is Brian Welch, the voice of your Rogues. Join me every week as we talk with the players, front office staff, and special guests along the way. Plank Talk drops every week during the season on the same channel you watch the Rogues. We will see you for Plank Talk. As always, go Rogues. Rhoden CN Medford Airport is a proud supporter of Medford Rogues baseball. It's the best place to recharge your batteries in Medford. Enjoy the indoor pool and spa. Don't forget about the workout room as well. Big event or small, their banquet hall has you covered. Plus, Rhoden CN Medford Airport is pet friendly as well. Book a stay at Rhoden CN Medford Airport at rhodencn.com. Your perfect place in Southern Oregon to eat, play, and stay. Hungry for pizza? Figaro's Pizza has you covered. From pizza to wings and even calzones, there is something for everybody at Figaro's. Order online at figaros.com or stop by our locations in Phoenix and Gold Hill. Check out our newest location, our Take and Bake food trailer in Eagle Point. Locally owned and operated, Figaro's supports local schools and sports. Figaro's Pizza, proud supporter of Medford Rogues baseball. Top half of inning number 9 from Harry and David Field. 11-2 lead for the Solano Mudcats. Brian Welch back with you on the Rogue Streaming Network. New pitcher on the hill for the Rogues. It's the zookeeper from Central Point, former Common Crater High School, Caleb Randolph. Gets an opportunity to shut the door on the Solano Mudcats. First time we've seen Randolph in the series. And Caleb Randolph this season has 3 saves to his credit. Does not get a save opportunity tonight, but he faces 1, 2, and 3 in the Mudcats order. Ben Kennedy leads off the inning, followed by Brandon Stone and Dante Chiatti. First pitch finds the outside third at strike 1. Caleb Randolph this season, 4 games, no starts, 4 2/3 innings, 2 hits, no runs, 4 walks, 7 strikeouts, 1 wild pitch. No wins, no losses, but more importantly, 3 saves. Strike 1 pitch, misses up and out, 1 ball, 1 strike. And I led in with the zookeeper reference. Caleb Randolph, a guy that we were out in batting practice, and he was out in the outfield, and he was shagging the fly balls. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1-1 fastball, lasers in on the inside third, strike 2. Randolph sits up on that first base side of the rubber every time he works. And Caleb Randolph was telling me, yeah, I like going to zoos and aquariums. I like looking at the animals. It's always a good time for me. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and the pitch. 1-2 fastball, knuckled foul, right side. Still 1 ball and 2 strikes. So there's a wildlife area up in Grants Pass. He's been there, trying to figure out where the aquarium is in Oregon. But Caleb Randolph, the zookeeper who loves aquariums and zoos, ahead 1-2. 1-2 fouls off the breaking ball is Ben Kennedy. Ben Kennedy so far tonight doubled and scored in the first, flew out to left field to Walsh in the second, struck out in the fourth, grounded out to Daniel Berman in the 6th, and singled and scored in that 8th inning. A 4-run 8th inning for the Mudcats. 1-2 home. Fastball lifted foul, right side. We'll do it again. Ben from San Jose State, we talked about how important that program is in the Mountain West Conference and what head coach Brad Sanfilippo instills in his players. And Ben's dad is John Kennedy, guy who is the head coach of the men's golf team. 1-2 home. Breaking ball, called strike 3 on the top third. First strikeout for the zookeeper tonight for Caleb Randolph. Caleb Randolph using that high velo and then finding a way to get that strikeout with that breaking ball. Base is empty, 1 out. We are on the top of 9, 11-2 lead for the Mudcats. Here's the shortstop, Brandon Stone, and he gets his 6th at-bat of the night. Infield playing deep around the horn. First pitch. Misses upstairs, ball 1. Replacing Daniel Berman at second base is Travis Finney. Trey Kotze is placing Jay Neugebauer, the roommates this summer. Caleb works from that first base side of the rubber. And this 1-0. Hits it in the air, down the first base side, and it trails foul. And it goes out of play. Beautiful evening in the Rogue Valley, beautiful sunset. Rogue Valley has been fun, but not so fun tonight. The last technically 3.5 games. 1 ball and a strike. And the pitch. 1-1. Fastball clips that outside corner, strike 2. Caleb Randolph, a guy that we've talked about before. If you're just now watching Caleb Randolph for the first time, one of the best guys on this Rogue staff, one of the best guys in this pitching staff for his personality. 1-2 home. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Back-to-back Ks. Fastball blows right past Brandon Stone. 2 up and 2 down in the top half of inning number 9. 2 batters, 2 punch-outs for Mr. Caleb Randolph, or Randy, as his teammates call him. 2 up and 2 down in the 9th inning. Here's the third baseman, Dante Chianti, for the Solano Mudcats. 11-2 lead for Solano. But more importantly, if you ever, this is the metaphor I usually use, the analogy I describe Caleb Randolph. Think of Caleb Randolph as a Labrador. First pitch, breaking ball, finds that top third, strike 1. Always happy, always energetic, a guy that's going to try and get the job done, and a guy you heard in previous episodes of Plank Talk talking about he wants to bring a trophy home back to the Rogue Valley. No balls and a strike. Breaking ball misses outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. But Caleb Randolph's always happy, and plus being one of those older guys in the bullpen has been able to mentor some of the younger guys, especially Tristan Ainsworth. Infield playing deep around the horn. 1 ball, 1 strike. Fastball, line drive, right field, base hit. Rounding first, going for 2. Into the corner it goes, and he gets to second base is Dante Chianti, and he extends the inning with a double. So a double from Chianti keeps the Mudcats offense moving in the 9th inning. The Rogues in the 9th inning send up Bo Blake, Evan Saito, and Anthony Thomas Jr. So that might be.
Your attention, please. Pinch hitting for Solano, number 17, Caden Whitten.
So it is a pinch hitter in now. Caden Whitten from CSU San Marcos takes over from Goldenberg. I think Goldenberg might be a first-team all-league ballot guy if he keeps this up in league play. First pitch, fastball misses outside at 1 ball, no strikes. Whitten was in the game yesterday, was in the 9 spot, reached on base 4 times. Now a quick conversation between Evan Chadwick and Caleb Randolph ensues. Now it concludes, and we are in that top half of inning number 9. More importantly, if you are the Rogues, there are bright spots to the frustrating part, but the thing that looks like a toothache in the back of your jaw, pitching staff struggling to throw strikes in the late innings. 1 ball, no strikes. Chopper to the left side, takes it, is Trey Kotze, throws it over to first base. In time, that's actually Bo Blake with the play, 6-3 on the ground out, and the side is retired. No runs, a hit, no errors, 1 left. Chianti left on at second base. We head to the home half of inning number 9. Right after this, Bo Blake, Evan Saito, Anthony Thomas Jr. due up. Last call for the Rogues in Game 2 of this 4-game set. 11-2 Solano. More after this on the Rogue Streaming Network. Rhoden CN Medford Airport is a proud supporter of Medford Rogues baseball. It's the best place to recharge your batteries in Medford. Enjoy the indoor pool and spa. Don't forget about the workout room as well. Big event or small, their banquet hall has you covered. Plus, Rhoden CN Medford Airport is pet friendly as well. Book a stay at Rhoden CN Medford Airport at RhodenCN.com. Your perfect place in Southern Oregon to eat, play, and stay. Looking for a place that actually feels like home? Check out Oak Ridge Estates in Phoenix, Oregon. This manufactured home community is selling brand new 3 and 4 bedroom homes with everything ready for you. A full kitchen appliance package, private carports, extra storage, and fresh landscaping all included. It is a whole vibe, pet friendly, all ages, and packed with perks like a saltwater pool, hot tub, fitness center, playground, and clubhouse. Stop by 300 Lumen Road or call 541-535-6227 to book your tour today. Discover your place to call home at Oak Ridge Estates. Home half of inning number 9 from Harry and David Field. Final call for the Medford Rogues on this Saturday evening. It has been a tough one so far. Last call for the Rogues. New pitcher in for the Mudcats. It's Jeremy Maldonado taking over from David Ortiz. Third arm used so far this evening for the Solano Mudcats. This pitching change this evening and all season long brought to you by our good friends at KTVL 10, Southern Oregon's home for sports and entertainment. And Jeremy Maldonado gets an opportunity to try to shut the door on the Rogues offense. Maldonado this season has an ERA of 9, no wins, no losses, 2 appearances, 3 innings on the hill, 5 strikeouts to 4 walks. And he gets ready to face Bo Blake for the first time in the series. First pitch home. Fastball misses upstairs. 1 ball, no strikes. Go back to the drawing board tomorrow. Twin Bills, 7-inning affairs. 3:35 first pitch. We'll get going at 3:15 for the Austin Pool Guy on Deck show. There's brilliance. There's things that you like about it. 1-0 breaking ball. Finds the outside third. 1 ball, 1 strike. And take a look at those stats once again for Maldonado. No hits, 4 runs, 3 errors, 10 at bats. Maldonado has not recorded a batting average. Opposing batters are hitting. 1 ball and a strike. 1-1 bounces away. 2 balls, 1 strike. There's good moments from tonight. There was good moments yesterday. The thing is, you got to combine your efforts tomorrow to get 1 win to salvage the series. You have 2 opportunities to do that tomorrow in 7 innings, but regardless how Solano has played so far in this series, it does not look like they're going to let up anytime soon. 2-1 pitch. Fastball, swing and a miss, strike 2. Bo Blake tonight threw a walk in the 2nd inning, grounded out to the 3rd baseman, Coyote. In the 4th, popped out to the 3rd baseman, Coyote. In the 7th, this Mudcat squad well-rounded, and we talked about you don't see Healdsburg till the late part of July. That will set up a very interesting showdown between the 2 programs. 2-2 pitch. High fastball, swing and a miss, strike 3. Bo Blake down on strikes. 1 down, 2 to go in the 9th inning.
Now batting the center fielder from Cal State University, Northridge, number 27, Evan Saito.
Here's the center fielder, Evan Saito for the Rogues. 1 out, the base is empty. We're on the home half inning number 9. And there were positives for tonight's game. Evan Rhoden, who got the start, 6 innings on the hills, 7 hits, 5 runs, 5 strikeouts, 2 walks. But he was efficient. He threw the strike 1 pitch well, found ways to be competitive. But on the back end, a couple of big errors in that first 2 innings. If you play the what-if game, what if those 2 errors did not happen in the 1st and the 2nd inning? Is it a different game? And it comes down to the small things make a big difference. And the small things hindered the Rogues tonight. 1 ball, no strikes to Evan Saito, the center fielder now for the Rogues. 1-0 pitch. Fastball finds the inside corner, strike 1. It just, you feel for the team right now. You want to find a way to capitalize, but there's just not a way to get the job done. Dave Gabriel waits on deck for the Rogues. 1 ball and a strike. Maldonado sets, works on that first base side of the rubber and delivers. 1-1, fastball misses outside at 2 balls, 1 strike. But game 3 and 4 tomorrow is going to definitely test the patience and test the ability of this Rogue squad. And tomorrow might be the 2 biggest games of the season. I can't believe I'm throwing that out there in the month of June, but 2-1 pitch. Fastball misses up and out, ball 3. If you get swept tomorrow against the Mudcats and the 2 Twin Bills, you're going to be 0-4 in the league. You welcome the West Coast Kings squad that has been playing some good baseball so far in league play. You somehow get 1 win or 2 wins against the West Coast Kings. 3 balls and a strike, and the pitch. 3-1s, and he's hit by the pitch. So Evan Saito takes, actually Andrew Herbold was actually hit. So it is Evan Saito going to take over. You're going to go to first base on the hit by pitch. We always have to stay positive. Andrew Herbold being checked on by his fellow umpires, Joe Whitley and Greg Jaquette. But the thing is, if you can find a way to get 1 win tomorrow, it will be an ease off of everybody's mind on the team and keep the team and find a way to keep the team happy and be able to find a way to, hey, it only takes 1 win to get the job done. But more importantly, there's a time and a place for this Rogue squad to find a way to capitalize. So you want to play the what-if game. You split the doubleheader tomorrow. You're 1-3 in league play. Here's Diego Grabio, runner at first base. That is Evan Saito, 1 on, 1 out. We are in the home half of inning number 9. 11-2 lead for the Mudcats on this Saturday evening. And you're 1-3 in league play. You win 2 games against the West Coast Kings. That's going to be a tough sledding of a series starting Tuesday night. First pitch, fastball elevated. 1 ball, no strikes. But if you get those 2 wins against the West Coast Kings, you're 3-3. But it all depends on what happens tomorrow. 3:35 first pitch, 1-0 pitch, swing and a miss on the slider, strike 1. Diego Grabio this season, 346 hitter, first at bat of the evening for him. Anthony Thomas Jr. replacing Will Salahar, struck out in the 7th inning. Salahar tonight 0 for 2 at the dish. A ball and a strike, works on the first base side of the row is Maldonado, and the pitch. 1-1, misses outside at 2 balls, 1 strike. So tomorrow is probably the biggest games of this season for the Rogues. 2 balls, 1 strike, and the pitch. Fastball fouls it off as Diego, and the count goes square. So that is going to be a very interesting afternoon at the ballpark. It's going to be a lot of emotions. It is going to be Father's Day, and everyone's going to be excited about that. But got to stay focused. The matter at hand, Rogues will try to find a way to snap a 4-game losing streak. I know the game has not gone final, but the Rogues offense is going to try to provide a little bit of fireworks. 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss on the slider, and Diego Grabio is down on strikes. Second punch out for Jeremy Maldonado tonight. 1 on, 2 outs. We are in the bottom half of the 9th. Jonathan Walsh, guy's going to try to find a way to extend the game. Jonathan's family, mom and dad, and brother Alex and the dog Scout listening back home in the great state of Tennessee. And we're talking about Smokey and the Bandit, a great movie last night on the broadcast, and it's one of Jonathan's favorite movies. There's actually, his dad shared a picture with me. First pitch, fastball, swing and a miss, strike 1. Jonathan and his dad in front of the famous truck driven by Jerry Reed. Very fun movie. You got to count how many cop cars are destroyed in that movie. Probably over 50. No balls and a strike, and the pitch. Ground ball up the middle, base hit. Jonathan Walsh goes eastbound and down, and he gets aboard of a 2-out single to extend the inning. So Jonathan Walsh singles, puts 2 on at 2 outs. We are on the bottom of the 9th. Rogues not going away quietly. There's Travis Finney, second baseman for the Rogues in the home half of inning number 9. 11-2 lead for the Mudcats. 2 runs, 5 hits, 7 errors. That's been the glaring number tonight for the Rogues. But a lot of people, you can definitely feel The dam will burst tomorrow at 3:35 for that first game of that doubleheader. First pitch fastball misses upstairs. 1 ball, no strikes. But tomorrow is going to be the game of the year. If the Rogues want to start off league play on the right note, first couple of games have not gone the Rogues' way. 1 ball, no strikes, and the pitch. 1-0, line drive, bouncer to the right side, picked up by Kennedy, throws it over to first base, and the throw is in time for out number 3, and the ball game is over. Solano takes game 2, 11-2 the final. 11 runs, 14 hits, 1 error for the Mudcats, 2 runs, 5 hits, and a glaring 7 errors for the Rogues this evening. Medford drops to 11-5 overall in the season, 0-2 in Pacific Empire League play. Mudcats improved to 9-1 overall this season. 9-1 overall, rather. 4-0 in PEL play. Hope you can stay tuned for the Rogues post-game show that's coming up right after this. Rogues fall in a tough one at 11-2 the final against Solano. More after this on the Rogues Streaming Network. Looking for a place that actually feels like home? Check out Oak Ridge Estates in Phoenix, Oregon. This manufactured home community is selling brand new 3- and 4-bedroom homes with everything ready for you. A full kitchen appliance package, private carports, extra storage, and fresh landscaping all included. It is a whole vibe, pet-friendly, all ages, and packed with perks like a saltwater pool, hot tub, fitness center, playground, and clubhouse. Stop by 300 Lumen Road or call 541-535-6227 to book your tour today. Discover your place to call home at Oak Ridge Estates. Hungry for pizza? Figaro's Pizza has you covered. From pizza to wings and even calzones, there is something for everybody at Figaro's. Order online at figaros.com or stop by our locations in Phoenix and Gold Hill. Check out our newest location, our Take and Bake food trailer in Eagle Point. Locally owned and operated, Figaro's supports local schools and sports. Figaro's Pizza, proud supporter of Medford Rogues baseball. Looking to buy or sell in the Rogue Valley? David Case of Windermere Realty has you covered. Windermere Realty has been serving the Rogue Valley for over 30 years. David, a proud husband and father, has been a broker in the Rogue Valley for almost a decade. From residential and rural to commercial, David can handle it all. Contact David Case if you're looking to buy or sell at 541-944-9330. Windermere Realty and David Case, proud supporters of Medford Rogues baseball. Rhoden CN Medford Airport is a proud supporter of Medford Rogues baseball. It's the best place to recharge your batteries in Medford. Enjoy the indoor pool and spa. Don't forget about the workout room as well. Big event or small, their banquet hall has you covered. Plus, Rhoden CN Medford Airport is pet friendly as well. Book a stay at Rhoden CN Medford Airport at rhodencn.com. Your perfect place in Southern Oregon to eat, play, and stay.
Planning to move? Choose Pods, the most awarded container moving company. Whether you're moving across town or across the country, Pods brings the container to you. Keep it as long as you like and pack at your own pace. When you're ready, we'll take it to your new home or store it at a secure pod storage center until you need it. And best of all, you don't have to do the driving. Trust Pods with your next move. Book at pods.com today.
Discover the Life Plan community in the heart of the Rogue Valley. Here, your days are filled with opportunities to express yourself, engage your mind and body, and share your life with great new friends. You can connect, grow, and thrive. Our hilltop location is near world-class vineyards, the Oregon Shakespeare Festival, and the Brit Music and Arts Festival. Rogue Valley Manor, Southern Oregon's premier Life Plan community.
Tough one tonight in the Rogue Valley. Medford dropping game 2 of this 4-game set against the Solano Mudcats, 11-2 the final for a Little League night at the ballpark. Hi everybody, my name is Brian Welch of the Rogues Streaming Network. Happy to have you aboard wherever you may be tuning in. And welcome to the Rogues post-game show. Another tough one tonight at the ballpark. Rogues had offense and they had some good pitching and some good offense, but a little bit short tonight. Rogues dropped to 11-5 overall in the season, 0-2 in Pacific Empire League play. Take a look at the highlights, but before we do that, let's take a look at the final line score. 11 runs, 14 hits, 1 error for Solano, 2 runs, 5 hits, and 7 errors committed by the Medford Rogues. Top half of inning number 1, it was the Solano Mudcats who scored 3 runs. That was a 2-run triple off the bat of Dante Chiatti. In the home half of inning number 1, Rogues had runners in scoring position with runners at first and second, but the Rogues could not do anything offensively. Top half of inning number 2, a run did come across on an error. There was 2 errors committed in that first 2 innings for the Rogues, an E6 and an E5 on Jay Neugebauer and Bo Blake in the first 2 innings. A run came across, and it was a 4-0 lead in the top half of inning number 2. Home half of the second, Rogues went in order 1-2-3 on a 6-4-3 twin killing as well. In the top half of inning number 3, Evan Rhoden started to find his groove. 1-2-3 went the Mudcats. Home half of the third, Rogues had 4 at bats, and Daniel Berman reached on an error and extended that inning. It was kind of a weird play. He slipped at first base, but kept going at second base. But the Rogues could not get him across in the home half of inning number 3. Top half of inning number 4. How about this pitching performance by Evan Rhoden? His first strikeout, but a big strikeout for his second K of the night.
Breaking ball, called strike 3, back-to-back Ks. Third strikeout for Evan Rhoden, mowing down Mudcat batters tonight.
Apologies, his third strikeout of the evening in the top half of inning number 4. In the home half of inning number 5, or home half of inning number 4, rather, Rogues had a base runner on with Chris Ortiz, got all the way over to third base, could not do anything with that. Rogues grounded out all 3 times after that with Jay Neugebauer, Jackson Rosenthal, and Bo Blake. Top half of inning number 5, Derek Bartram got aboard with a single, but could not do anything with that offensively for the Solano Mudcats. Home half of inning number 5, Rogues got their first run across this evening on an RBI groundout from Jonathan Walsh, driving in Evan Saito. He led off the inning with a hit by pitch, and more importantly, Rogues got that run across. They felt like, it might be an interesting top half of inning number 6. And got a great pitching performance by Evan Rhoden. Technically 6 Ks for Evan tonight. Listen to how strikeout number 6 happened for Mr. Evan Rhoden.
2-2, breaking ball, called strike 3 on the inside corner. 5 punch outs for Evan Rhoden tonight, and he is feeling himself out on this Saturday evening, making it look easy in the Rogue Valley.
So technically 6 punch-outs for Evan Rhoden tonight. In the bottom half of inning number 6, Rogues had a 6-4-3 twin killing with a single from Larson Custer. Jada Neugebauer flew out to close the book on that inning. Top half of inning number 7, it was given the green light to Evan Rhoden. Evan Rhoden gave up a single and an RBI triple, and then it was Wyatt Green who came in and fanned the flames, got a pair of strikeouts, got 1 inning on the hill, 2 strikeouts for him. And then in the home half of inning number 7, Rogues went in order, had 4 batters, but more importantly, Evan Saito making it exciting on the base paths with this play.
Runner goes, first pitch outside, the throw to second base, and the throw's not in time. Evan Saito swipes second base.
Rogues could not do anything with that, with Evan Saito left on at second base. Top half of inning number 8, ball was given to Preston Daniels, and that's when the wheels fell off the wagon. That was when there was 4 runs came across on no hits and 4 errors committed by the Rogues in that inning, and it was a tough one. And the home half of inning number 8, Rogues trying to get some offense moving in, so to speak, garbage time. And Chris Ortiz, guy who's reached on base before this at bat twice. How about reaching on base another time this evening?
Years since these 2 teams have been in the Pacific Empire League. 1-1, ground ball to left side, escapes into left field, rounding third, racing towards home is Travis Finney. He scores staying up. RBI single for Chris Ortiz, and the Rogues crack into the run column for the first time since the 5th inning.
And that was a huge at-bat for Chris Ortiz. Evan Chadwick took over for him for the pinch running, and the Rogues cannot do anything with that in the home half of inning number 8. Top half of inning number 9, Caleb Randolph came in, gave up a double, but a pair of strikeouts and a ground out, keeps himself going, and also, more importantly, does not have his ERA stays perfect. And more importantly, for Caleb Randolph right now, I'm looking at Caleb Randolph's stats at the moment. Thing is, ERA of 0 for Mr. Randolph. Home half of inning number 9, Rogues had runners in scoring position but could not capitalize, and that was the overall theme of the evening. Medford is still on a 4-game losing streak, and the Mudcats improved to 9-1 overall in the season, 4-0 in league action. Rogues fall to 11-5 overall in the season, 0-2 in PEL play. Take a look at the standings and the out-of-town scoreboard, brought to you by our good friends at Kramer Cabinets. Take a look at the standings currently. It is the Mudcats 4-0 in league. Healdsburg not far behind. They are in second place. They are 3-1. Lincoln is in the 3 spot. They are 2-1. The West Coast Kings dropped to 2-3 in league play. Humboldt stays idle at 1-2 in league play. Marysville still 1-4, and the Rogues 0-2. So if the season ended tonight, it'd be Solano and Healdsburg colliding, and Solano would be the first team. So the second place team would be the first home game of the postseason with Healdsburg. So, but more importantly, there's a lot of baseball to play in 2026, but kind of do a little bit of that what-if game. But let's take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard, brought to you by our good friends Kramer Cabinets before we go. And a couple of the games currently are finally wrapped up, or actually in the bottom half of inning number 8. I'll give you some of the final scores already. 9-2 the final. Healdsburg wins against the West Coast Kings. Lincoln wins 11-1 against Marysville. And currently in the bottom half of inning number 8, it is the Stockton Pearls leading by 6, 12-6 against Humboldt. And the Stockton Pearls going to try and make this a rubber game tomorrow for the final game of that 3-game set at the Arcata Ballpark. That'll be a 12:30 first pitch tomorrow from the Arcata Ballpark. But those are the other games going on in the Pacific Empire League currently. That's the out-of-town scoreboard and the standings, brought to you by Kramer Cabinets. Another tough one tonight in the Rogue Valley. I kind of alluded to it during the broadcast a little bit when we closed out in those late innings, talking about maybe tomorrow is the game of the year. And more importantly, this is a Rogue squad that's playing a little bit tight. Maybe tomorrow play a little bit loose and be able to get a couple of wins and try to even up the series. But it's baseball. Tonight was not your night. The last 4 games has not been going to the Rogues' favor, but it's another game tomorrow. Twin Bills compare 7-inning games. That is going to happen at 3:35 p.m. We'll have that for you on the Rogues Streaming Network. We'll get underway at 3:15 for the Awesome Pool Guy on Deck show. The big thing is tomorrow is the biggest games of the season. If you drop the doubleheader, you're 0-4 in league, and you have to dig yourself out of a big hole in Pacific Empire League action. But if you split, or if you win 2 games, you can be your 2-2 in league, and you head into the West Coast Kings series, a lot of momentum. But it's all dependent on tomorrow. 3:15 for the Awesome Pool Guy on Deck show. 3:35 for the first pitch. Before we go, let's pick our player of the game, and another tough one, but pitching woes have been the craziness this week. In a night where it's been frustrating, and a week that's been frustrating. First time the Rogues have hit a hard spot so far this season. A bright spot in the starting pitching. Evan Rhoden tonight. 6 punch-outs, 6 innings on the hill, 7 hits, 5 runs. Found a way to combat the offense of the Solano Mudcats, kept them in check from the 3rd inning on to the 6th. Gave up a couple of runs in that 7th inning and got the hook. But regardless, the Central Point native is definitely making himself known in this rotation. And if you're the Rogues, you definitely want to give him the ball for another start. Acting head coach and pitching coach Nick Berger touched on this when I talked to him a little bit during batting practice today. He said, got to throw strikes, got to be dominant. And Evan Rhoden's a guy that is going to be dominant. He's going to be a lot of fun to see what he's going to do with the rest of his college career at Lassen College. And also, this guy is going to be a player that's going to be going to the next level, probably a D2 or NEIA, or he'll be playing after Lassen College. So more importantly, Evan Rhoden is our player of the game on this Saturday evening. Tough one tonight in the Rogue Valley. Medford drops game 2 of the set, 11-2 against the Solano Mudcats. We'll get going tomorrow at 3:15 for the Awesome Pool Guy on Deck show, 3:35 for the first pitch. Game 1 of a doubleheader. And that will wrap up this 4-game set, and the Rogues are going to try to find a way to get this one across the finish line tomorrow. A team that was on an 11-game winning streak is trying to get themselves back in the win column, currently on a 4-game losing streak. It's an 11-game winning streak to a 4-game losing streak. What's going to have to give? And more importantly, this team's going to have to play together and play loose tomorrow for Father's Day at the ballpark. Bring your dad out to the ballpark. It's going to be a lot of fun. 3:35 first pitch, 3:15 for the Awesome Pool Guy on Deck show. That'll be the next time I will speak with you on the Rogue Streaming Network. But for everyone that has put this broadcast together, Brian Welch saying goodbye. Have a good evening. Repeating the final score from Harry and David Field on a Saturday evening in the Rogue Valley. Solano takes game 2, 11-2 the final against your Medford Rogues. We'll see you tomorrow for Father's Day. Thank you so much for watching and listening to Medford Rogues Baseball on the Rogue Streaming Network. So long from Medford.